Welcome to Grimm's. I'm Grimm. Thank you so much for joining us for yet another episode of Grimm's Tavern Tale of RAVNICA. And this one is gonna be a doozy. Oh. But before we...
That means two.
We'll see. Before we dive headfirst into this monstrosity of a session, let's introduce the people who have been sitting oh so patiently and at attention at this bar of ours. We got Miss Saren. We've got Lady Lisa.
Hello.
We have Sir Mark.
Bonjour.
And Chris.
Bonjour.
That fit. All right. So if you guys like myself and these weirdos, don't forget to click that like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
Do it.
Now let's get into a little bit of a recap of what happened in the last session. So you guys had won the race that surrounds the Gorehouse Carnarium proper. You guys got to drink from this massive Skullmead potion. You guys got some winnings, got in there, started doing some shopping around, collected some items, started hearing some rumors about how some big movers and shakers within Rakdos are coming to tonight's festival, Havoc Festival. And you guys managed to sign up to join the Carnarium Games. Thing is while you guys were waiting in line oh so patiently for your turn, someone else wandered on by to the front of the line because he gets to go first. He's from downstairs. And you met Hugh.
Hugh.
Yes, Hugh. Where at first he thought that Zoralia was some kind of competition for some of his food sources, and then he realized that a shared name with only one other person, because she thought it was classy, was too big of a coincidence, combined with the fact that you look the way you do. Zoralia ended up meeting her ancient incubus father, who turns out to be the one who's kind of riling up all of these Rakdos cultists and more besides to truly start a Havoc Festival in the streets surrounding the Mitts.
He's a hoot.
Yeah. You guys managed to get a slice in on his chin, and managed to get around some defenses, chase after him, but alas, he was saved from bravely committing suicide. And Hewitt...
Is that what that was?
That's pretty much what it was going to be. I applaud the effort, but inadvisable.
Such a hero.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So we left off with Hewitt backing away. Andavarius's mostly fixed up face has been patched together as best it can, but they've been forced out of the pelting rain of trash from the crowd, and they have to wait for their chunks of the arena to be prepped before they can go in and go down the demon's throat and chase after Hewitt. All right, we're going to pick up with you guys having been escorted back through that portcullis into the kind of waiting area. Is there anything that you guys would like to say to each other in this very... You guys hear this, like, distant noise, this murmur, this senseless hubbub in the distance, and you can see that the people who were so close to you a second ago have now kind of backed off a little bit away from you guys. You guys are a little bit like untouchables, pariahs here. Yeah, well, people seem to be going, pointing over at you guys. What are you guys doing here? You feel pretty well alone now.
That was very heroic what you did, but please don't get yourself killed.
Well, I thought that we would all go out and
catch him, but...
Not a good idea. He's
That is why we're here, no?
We should get him, yes. He's
That's why I'm here.
I mean, so he's your father, now apparently. So that's pretty surprising.
Yes.
How do you feel about that? You still want to go after him?
Yes.
And what do you want to do once you catch him?
I want to arrest him.
To arrest.
We will arrest him.
Jerry.
Yeah. You want to bring him back to the Mitts?
Yes, I do. I think that would be the best choice of punishment for him.
Mittens are horrible,
I
aren't
think
they?
that's fitting. What?
Look, how are you supposed to do anything with this?
What is
Can't even poke a guy in the eye. Look.
Not again.
Very close.
It was.
As you guys are kind of standing here, you can see that there's one person who kind of parts through the rest of the crowds who were oh so close to you a second ago, and now it just seems to be these murmuring rumors, these whispers, this gossip all pointed in your direction. It's this lady, stark white hair, very pale skin, but blood red lipstick, and she just moves as these cards fan between her hands, one side to the other, but these don't seem like normal cards. They have a weight to them. The way she tosses them and catches them, and you can see that there are little like drips of red blood, kind of scarlet lines going down the black leather of her gloves as her leather protective equipment is sliced by these dangerous cards as she approaches. This is a tavern swindler, and they're very famous and well known, especially around the Rakdos areas. They seem to be their best customers. As she sidles up to the bunch of you and goes, all right, now, normally I don't really pay these people a visit because if you're volunteering for the games, well, that means that you don't really have money. But in this particular case, I think it'll just be more for my entertainment. Would anyone here like to roll the dice? Or, more aptly,
Pick a card.
pick a card.
I'm putting a hand on my money just to make sure I still have it.
Yeah, yeah, she hasn't managed to get to that yet.
No, thank you.
All right, so
God,
you want to
this is
play?
so cute. Yeah, it's a little card trick.
All right.
No, she's called a swindler, right?
Yeah, but Tig doesn't know that. Like,
So-
Tig doesn't know too
I
much.
just told you.
I know that, but like Tig wants to play a card game.
Okay.
So
She thinks it's cool.
starts flipping through all of these different cards.
Plus, it's a
Some
pretty
of them-
lady. You can't say no to a pretty lady.
Sure again.
Some of them have black symbols engraved on them, and the other half are red. So she goes, red or black? The choice is yours.
Red.
Oh,
Red.
all right.
I like red.
Shh, shh, shh. She goes, I'm going to need you to sign these. And so she shuffles, and as she just kind of splits the deck in half, she fans it out, and every card in that half are all the red cards. She goes, if you'd be so kind.
Pick one.
You're not going to pick one. You touch this. Her grip is like iron hard on this, but as you touch, you go, your fingers split and blood leaks out of your fingers and you're shaking and it's these strings that attach to the cards and you're just like, stop. And it's just strings linked to each of the cards. You are going to take, what are your hit dice?
D6s.
Yeah.
D6s for a sorcerer?
So
Yeah, D6. is
All
the lowest one.
right. So that's a 1, a 3, and a 4. All right, you take 7 points of slashing damage.
No.
See, I told you.
Oh, I didn't know that was gonna happen.
She folds up the cards, starts to shuffle away, starts to flick them around, and goes, all right, and spreads them out across like her arm all the way onto her hand and goes, touch the back of a card.
Am I gonna get hurt again?
No, this is the part where you win.
Okay. Like, just touch it. Kind of crying almost.
Oh, I thought you were still veneer with like super high passive perception.
No.
13.
Okay.
My one's pretty good.
With passive perception, it would have to beat like an 18. Does anyone have that?
Can I just
No.
roll an insight or an investigation or perception or something as I'm watching this happen?
Yes. Go for it.
Since this is a performer, can I roll performance knowing the art of the craft a little bit of like a performer's way of doing things, or would it just
Not
be...
only that, I would say that Becky has made extensive use of these services. 'Cause they're just dead bodies, and you're like,
Sweet.
yeah, I win. There's no stakes in it at all for you.
In that case, that is 23.
Nice.
Oh.
A 23 for performance?
Nice, so I don't touch it. Like get like a pen or something.
Well, you might touch it. I don't know what's happening. I'm just
All right.
watching this. I don't...
Here's the deal. Becky seems to know how this game is played. You have no idea. Becky, are you right now going to try to cheat and stealthily give her a clue as to how this thing works? If you do get caught cheating, it's forfeit, and she's just taken 7 damage. But she can go again. You're gonna try to stealthily give her a message?
Oh yeah.
Now, the thing is you know that the way that this lady does this trick, she can actually, like, the facings on the card are entirely arcane and arbitrary. She can command which facing goes where, with a great degree of control. It's not a perfect art, but the house usually wins. And you notice that as she's waiting here, she looks even more beautiful than she did a second ago before you touched the cards. She's got a little bit of rouge on her cheeks. Her eyes shine that little bit brighter.
What am I even getting from this? I don't even know.
I should ask before doing this.
Yeah.
This is why the Rakdos
With a
are
pretty lady with pretty cards.
So you know that she can move this stuff around, and that whatever she's going to point to first, she is going to clear the area. But that'll concentrate the red cards to the other area. So if she goes and comes really close and then goes, oh, like that, she could potentially catch her off guard. I don't know how you're going to pass that signal along.
Okay.
I don't know how the hell you do that, but...
I'm going to stand, obviously, like, in a position where or the peripherals of the performer, rather, I'm just slightly outside of those.
Yeah, okay.
And with my Artificer's ability, on my chest, I'm just going to write, pick twice, avoid your first choice after second thought.
Okay.
And I'm put it right there.
Okay. You did perfectly.
Wonderful.
I believe that Becky would be able to kind of go, oh, wow, and just, while eating popcorn, drift to the background and go, yo, answer. Here, look at the board.
Bing! Popcorn.
But
Good. Bing!
like an elementary school student who looks at the board where there's the answer in class, and then the teacher sees them look and goes, and covers it up. We're going to see if she is much of a spy. You're going to have to do a stealth roll, but you are being aided by Becky. So stealth roll at advantage. You have to beat a 20.
Oh my god. Yes! Wait. Oh my god. No! 19!
So close.
All right. She fans the cards out, looks at you, she smiles this warm, welcoming smile until her eyes start to flicker as she is watching your eyes go, okay, do my second thought. Okay. She goes, and just pulls the cards into her hand and goes, that's not in the spirit of the game.
But you're cheating too.
So it isn't the spirit of the game, technically.
Yeah. Technically, because you're cheating too, so I just had some helpful abilities.
True enough. We'll call it there. We'll both forfeit. And she turns and starts walking into the crowd, just leaves like,
Smooth, kid!
I'm on a card.
you didn't get to pick a card.
Yeah.
That was useful.
All right.
So, how much time do we have until the next thing kicks off?
Your guys' wedges were being worked on ever since you signed up, and it's been a few hours. So, as you're wondering that the organizer, that stage manager that spoke to Hugh, who he had woven with on a previous occasion, she returns and goes, okay, everyone, I'm going to need you guys to say your final farewells, because I'm going to move you guys each to your own separate entranceways. This one's a special one.
We're to be split apart.
Yeah, 4 separate entrances. You guys are all capable of magic. You guys were the team that won the race. Yeah, you guys have been deemed entertaining enough to each get your own private little show. It's very rare.
Oh,
Good.
Oh
We're really
my
good.
god.
It sounds incredibly dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
Please be careful.
I mean, we should be going in with a plan first.
Yeah.
Try to find each
I'm
other
gonna go with the
as
drink
quickly as possible.
person. Does he have any health potions? I'll just like look at him. Do you have any? Like, I'll buy you, but if you have your own, I'll buy your own off of you.
You're going to just go to other people who are lining up for the game?
To the drink guy. That I was just drinking loads
Health
of
potion. Grim's got a health
alcohol.
potion.
So you're going to leave as she's like, it's time! You gotta go! And you're like, I'll be right back.
I thought he was just like down the hall a little
Forgot
bit.
to use the bathroom.
This is like when you sit in your seats and you're like, okay, I've got my nachos, forgot my beer. You have to get up and go all the freaking way around.
Yeah.
you will miss your opportunity.
Okay.
You will take yourself out.
I got my mushrooms out in my apothecary's kit too. Like, what? I was just.
Yeah, no, I won't. Once I realise how far away it is, I won't, and I'll just stay.
Okay. You know
Pack
what?
this up.
You guys have been waiting here for a little while they build
wait,
these
no, I
things
do have-
for you. I'm gonna have you do an intelligence, just a straight up intelligence check to see if you're like, oh crap, I'm low, and to see if you would buy some supplies.
I just realised I do have a potion of healing. I just checked my
Okay.
equipment. So I do.
That's-
I've already bought one ages ago.
All
Just
right,
haven't
Tink's
used
got
it.
a potion of healing.
So
And Avarius, did you want to make anything while you were just sitting
Well,
on
that's
this
why I
bench?
asked how long we had.
It has been a few hours that you guys have
Yeah.
been doing your shopping. You've signed up for the games. They've been prepping your stuff. Other people have been going.
Yeah.
You've had a while.
Okay.
Do you want to make anything?
Yeah, I wanted to take my new Rakdos spade and try to coat it with some of that. Let me see my notes. The Nazalia poison. Try to coat it with that.
The what poison?
Nazalia.
Nosalia.
Nazalia?
Oh, Nausalia. Okay.
Nazalia?
Nausalia. There we go.
All right.
So you coat your
Or try
Rakdos
to
spade in
anyways.
vigorous amounts of Nausalia, and as you're pouring it on there, you're like, whoa, it's a good thing. Ugh, this is not going in you. Hopefully by the end by the end of the night.
Want me to?
Yeah, I'm gonna have you do a sleight of hand.
What?
It could go as well as the rest of his potion.
no,
maybe?
yeah, no
This one
mushrooms
will-
has worked before.
Yeah.
Huh.
It worked.
It's pretty good.
Is it?
Slide to hand plus proficiency. So 21.
Oh,
Ooh,
You did it!
That's awesome.
you managed to
Nobody touch this.
expertly coat it in such a way that you make use of every little ornamental curve and like spike and horn that comes off of the design. Each one of them is its own little blade with its own little edge. So you could pretty much use this thing as a friggin' spade at this point, pull it out of the dirt, and it would still have the effect that you want. You do a fantastic job. This thing is nasty. It is a gross ass weapon.
Smell it?
no, goddamn.
No.
As I look up at Zeralia's fringe that's still growing in.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, but seriously, we should probably try to get together as soon as possibly when we get in there.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm
Right?
drawing something
Probably
on
know
Am I
what
crazy?
to
paper, by the
I
way.
don't know what to
Okay.
expect.
I'll text it to you.
Yeah.
Can we even get to each other? I don't.
Well, let's just try if we can.
Well, yeah, if you can get
okay.
That's too hard. I'm gonna do it this way.
That
I'll
seems
pass it to you.
like a good idea.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
try.
And the organizer looks at you and she's like, remember guys, no plan survives contact with the enemy, and here, everyone is your enemy. All right, are we ready to go?
Right? Team Fungal Four on 3.
Oh, Fungal Four, I didn't have that. And she writes it
You
down.
win.
Cool.
I don't know what that
Becky.
means.
And,
Just put your hand in.
and I'll just
Nice.
hug. I'll
Scream.
just hug them.
Defungals.
Oh, you're too small to put your hand.
Yeah, I'm too.
1, 2, 3.
I'm just not too supposed
Put your hand down. No, it's just me.
Let's hope my timing's better in the fight. Okay, yeah, that's good.
All right, if you'd be so kind as to follow me, except for you, sir. You can stay right here. And
Why?
because you're going through this ramp, this door.
All
You're
right.
special.
Good luck. I'll find you all in the center.
Yeah,
Okay, be
Meet in
careful.
the middle.
All right.
we can do it.
And she walks the rest of you guys around the underground tunnel rings that kind of link all these passages to different portcullises that lead to ramps into different sections of the Colosseum.
I'm
All right.
so nervous for him.
Everyone is outside of their portcullis, and the lady kind of passes you off to these different thralls, these different Rakdos cultists and guild mages. They kind of oversee a lot of this stuff. For you, they look at you and they just tell you that you're not going to need anything special and you look like you're up for the task, so just give it your all. You're also not going to need anything special. In fact, they think that it's great that you came dressed so appropriately.
Meh.
Yes.
You did it right.
For you, Tink, they look at your little person and they go, okay, now I get it. Yeah, because a normal person wouldn't be able to fit. And they look at your tank and they go, good luck.
Like, keep the tank. Tank's not going anywhere.
Okay.
I'll be fine. I pretty much won that last battle.
All right.
That was
Hey,
me.
put a bet on for the bookie for me. He starts yelling to his buddy to put money in a certain direction.
I'll put all my money on me winning. Then
You don't
against him,
listen
just
to them.
despite him.
Do you give
Oh, yeah,
that guy money
I'll
to hand to his buddy?
All of my money.
He's just a random guy.
Okay.
Give him all the money. Get out there! I'm not.
No, the meta pigeon can't confirm. You hand a bunch of your
guy.
money to that guy, and he goes, "Okay, yeah, put money. Go to the bookie and put it in this lady's name." Wink, wink, wink.
I thought the bookie was.
Whatever money you did have, Tink, I'm fairly certain you can just write it back down to 0.
Should have got a clock.
All right, and last but not least, Becky, you're the one who actually requires special preparation, as there are these black tendrils that look chain-like at first, but they have some wispiness to it, and they pretty much hook you in at the wrists and ankles, and as soon as they do, the chain, the material part, seems to almost disappear into the black, and that black seems to seep into the core of your being, and you can feel someone doing a test as the person, after they've hooked you up, takes a little piece of copper wire and goes, yeah, okay, begin the test. Right arm, can you hear me? And then your right arm starts to move. He goes, okay, that one's good. Next limb, yeah, and he goes through like a diagnostic, and he goes, cool, limb's good, assert control, and you become rigid, and he does this like intricate dance, bow, little bit of a cartwheel, spin around.
Fancy.
You're ready to go. Wow.
No.
And with that, God, you advisory. You guys are gonna have to be on your A game. I have made this encounter in such a way that if the dice go in your favor and not in your opponent's, you'll be okay. Odds are.
Bring it on.
But
All right.
crap.
Go for
Here
it.
we go.
We can do this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let me just see a little bit of a.
Ooh.
Tank, be extra careful.
How about these guys?
What's that?
Oh, the red.
Ah, yes.
No.
Oh, it's on now.
Here we go.
It's official.
And for some reason, I can't receive text messages right
Oh, it's
now.
okay. I actually have it on my phone for you to
Okay.
read, and you can
Some
read it whenever you want.
Beauty. Hold on.
That's tucked into my pocket there in case I need to.
Ooh, boy.
Or in case there's a big bang or something. If it can magically float its way to where it needs to go.
It's like a
I'll let you read it again when the time comes, but just so you know what's in store.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I know how that'll come into play.
Okay.
Alrighty
Oh.
then. So, go like this. You guys are brought into an arena. I don't know if you guys can see that right now, but your iron portcullises. And you guys are ushered forward. You aren't ushered forward so much as walked forward into these separate arenas. I'm gonna have each of you guys roll for initiative, and I'll describe them as we come into them.
Okay, good.
natural 20.
Natural 20!
I got it.
What'd you say about rolling bad in this one?
Yay! I got a free. I beat Andy.
You did.
18.
I don't want to go in. I don't want to go in.
Okay. So,
Can't make me.
Just stand outside the door.
Just like pushing
Yeah.
you with a little thing.
we have Zoralia with a natural 1. We have Endavarius with
Zoralia got a
a
natural 20.
3. We have ooh, that's not good. With a 3, we have Tink, and with an 18, that's actually quite good. Oh shoot! You might not know how it works then.
I probably
It could be
don't.
quite bad. Yay! You actually wanted to go second there. And that is Becky.
You did
Alright.
Zoralia as a 1. She got 20. Didn't?
He said 20.
Yeah.
Oh, you did. Oh, okay.
All right, Zoralia. As your portcullis opens in front of you, you see this like heat shimmer kind of all of a sudden hit your skin because the barrier, the magical barrier that separates the iron portcullis from the arena was kind of shielding you from some of the effects. It lifts up, all of this heat wave comes into the tunnel, you start to sweat that little bit, and you just see that what you are expected to walk out onto is a chain, a tightrope, except this thing is covered in barbs. It is a concertina wire, barbed wire field. It's a jungle of tight ropes all over the place across this wedge of the arena that you kind of are expected to walk onto. The portcullis closes behind you. You have a little 1 foot wide rim that you can stand on before you are expected to go out onto the wires. And the thing is as you move there, you start to see who is arrayed against you. You can see that there is a Rakdos Firewheeler.
Oh.
So, as you watch this guy standing on this barbed wire tightrope, and he's just swinging around, doing all of these moves and gyrations, these 4 separate fire wheels going all at once. Every time he does a spin, lifts his foot and steps down again. All of this, just a little pre-game show. You can see the soles of his boots are already starting to rip and tear away. Yeah, so that is a firewheeler. It's no surprise to you that most Rakdos cultists don't appear to get old. There is also, over here, something called a Grimm roustabout. Now, this skeleton seems dressed for the occasion. He's all done up in motley colors. He's got this pleasant little mask.
Oh, he's so happy.
Yes, he has these 2 hook chains. In fact, his weapon is very similar to your own. And you can see that he is able to use it to jump off, swing, and hook from one kind of chain to the next. He doesn't have flesh or blood to lose on the barbed wire. And as you look at him, you can see that his bones are of different sizes. Some even seem from different animals entirely. This guy doesn't seem to be fully of any one particular being, but rather one that has been broken and put back together time and time again.
Oh my.
Yep, it gets worse.
Oh,
There's also a acrobat.
Nice.
Oh Lord.
Yes, she has this ornate headdress sticking out to either side, also some kind of blade, just like her balancing pole, which has these 2 like glaive-like appendages, like those swinging blades that cut people in half on the tables. That's what she uses to balance herself. She seems the most
That's
professional
pretty cool.
of the lot. If anyone's gonna give you some big trouble, it could be the one who seems to have a head on her shoulders. And finally, this goober.
Jesus.
Oh, there's no.
A Gorehouse chain walker.
Oh, that is cool.
This guy is holding a pig's head in one hand, and he's got a kind of butcher's meat hook on the other. His head is in this cage. He's snarling out, looking mad and insane. It's dripping all over the place.
Never go to the middle.
Zoralia, you got the nat 20. You get to go before any of these guys. The portcullis drops with a slam. You're standing there. What do you want to do?
I'll just look at all of them. Go. Bring it.
Nice. All right. The insane Gorehouse guy, he's just like, yeah! He kind of looks back. What do you got for him?
I'm going to bust out my newly forged chain.
Nice. You let the whole length of it kind of jingle musically.
And I'm just gonna start like swinging it around, all fancy like around my body. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna whip it out and try to grab that Gorehouse
Chainwalker?
chainwalker
All right.
with it.
It's gonna take a little bit of your movement to do that, and I'm gonna need you to do an acrobatics first and foremost.
All right. 18.
18, you manage to do it, and not just succeed, but somehow, in a detail that the crowd is too far away to notice, but the acrobat looks and drops her like smile. Just, what? You walk this thing on your tippy toes, avoiding the actual barbs and blades that are on it. You don't take any damage.
Nice.
As you move forward towards this guy, let the thing go, holding onto the dagger on one end, the vicious point on the other, whoosh, and whip it out. Go ahead, do your sleight of hand for the 10-foot distance grapple. He's going to oppose with acrobatics. That is a 12.
No, that's an 11.
Oh, no! All right, you whoosh, whip that thing around. It kind of wraps around his leg ever so slightly, but just before you can reef it tight and secure the trap, he does the last thing that any sane person would do, but he rips off the Band-Aid. He pulls his leg straight out. It shreds down his calf, but he just starts swinging on one leg and is flicking blood out of his left leg now, again trying to slick the blood on you. So, anything else from Zoralia? And you move forward.
Nope.
10 feet. So he was within 10 feet. Yeah, so that's how you did the thing. You still have some movement left available to you. You can get a bonus if you want.
I'll just try to bring my chain back as a bonus.
Awesome. As a bonus, as it drops, you just kind of do this little spin, dance, and wrap it about yourself, tightly coiled as like armor around yourself, glittering in the like lava light that bubbles and spews from below, kind of shining you all off, and people, yeah, there's a mix right now, but
nice.
All right, that's you. So now it goes from Zara to the Acrobat. Acrobat is going to do an acrobatics roll. Oh, cocked acrobatics. Okay, she does it, but not without taking a little bit of damage to boot. Ooh, 4 damage.
Man, they're going already. They're quick.
Yes, this is done by arena. So the acrobat moves forward, going 5, going 10, going 15, going 20, going 25. Right to there. All right, acrobat is going to attack you with the one blade and then the other. Now, you have a choice here. See, much like that Gore House guy kind of ripped the Band-Aid off and let himself get cut, on the end of these glaives, they're hooked. So if she gets a hook around your leg, she can try to bring you off of the chain and throw you down into the lava. Or you can just kind of suck it up, let her get the hit, and kind of go with the motion. So I'm giving you a choice of 2 things. You can try to avoid it, or you can get pretty much auto hit, but the top end
avoiding
damage is
it would
lower.
be a
She would have to roll to hit you.
I'll try to avoid it.
All right, she rolls to hit. Ah, 4 + 5. Nope, that's a 9, so that's a miss.
Nice.
Bonus action, second swing. 8 + 5, that's 13.
Nope.
Oh! Very lucky as she swings these things in these huge motions right towards your knees, and you just doop, doop, doop. At one point, your feet even like bounce off of her blade and kind of hit it like a gong. She just, all right. Then we've got the Fire Wheeler. Who's gonna go? Oh, acrobatics, of course.
Yeah.
Shoot. Darn it, the Fire Wheeler is actually good. All right, the Fire Wheeler, he's doing all these motions, starts going towards you, takes a step right on a spike, and he's just like, as his wheels start going. Turns out he shouldn't have been doing all that pre-game showing off, as he just, he flinches, starts falling, his rings are going all over the place. He's gonna try to catch one of the barbed wires. The way that this works is the DC starts low and gets progressively harder and harder, and each time you fail, you take more and more damage as you bounce and rip yourself apart on the wires. Okay, that's a 2. So that's not good. Gonna try on the second one, and you get 3 attempts. Okay, that one he caught with a 18. Okay, so he takes the D4
Nice.
and then a D6. So that's 3. All right.
So he's just bouncing around off the chains as he's going down and trying to grab anything.
Bouncing, finally, like, hooks onto one, and the fire wheel, like, land around his head, and he's like, ha ha!
Both hands are impaled by barbs.
Yeah. Ah! So he's there. He's gonna spend the rest of his movement standing up, and that's about all he's got. He's gonna start crawling towards you. Oh my god! Okay, he used his action to dash. He rolled another 4 or 5, so that's below the 10. He starts to fall. If he can't catch this last one, which is a 4, there were 3 levels. Does he die in lava?
Yes, he does.
What? Okay. This guy just, as the fire rings go around his neck, and it's like, he tries to swing his way up. His palms are getting shredded. It's wet. It's just, there's this terrible moment where it goes, and you feel it like thunk, thunk, thunk as it digs into the hand. His fingers fly apart on the other side of the wire, and he just, he does the splits on the last barbed wire piano wire and just twang the wire, and it flings him bodily into the lava.
Nice.
That was the biggest fail for D20s I've ever seen. Okay, that's that guy dead.
Good job, Zoralia.
If you can't stand the heat, don't fight the hot chick.
So hot. People start laughing. Gorehouse Chainwalker is gonna. Wow! I am rolling terribly. Okay,
Yes.
a 2 plus 5
You would
doesn't
like
include
to
the 10.
join your friend?
What? He's got his like gimp left leg, and he's like, "Yeah, you want to touch?" He's about to say something cute, and then it's like, "Now!" His leg spasms as he falls. Does he catch the next one? Yes, he does. He does catch the next one. That's a D4. Awesome. He takes 3 points of damage.
This is easy, everybody.
Yeah, just don't move. Let them come to you.
Okay, takes 3 points of damage, but he's a level lower. He is going to use the rest of that movement to stand up. He is going to splick the blood up towards you. I'm going to need you to do a dexterity saving throw. Yeah, this pig's head seems to be a font of blood, not like actual limited by its physical amount in there. He is like splashing it across your face and eyes.
12?
No, a 12 is not going to do it. Unfortunately, you are now blinded.
Oh my god.
So
how the
he did
turns
that
of
from
tables.
below as you kind of laugh looking down at him, and as he hangs on, he just when it swings this pig head up and splashes across your eyes. Okay, that is that
dick.
wedge of the arena. Now we move to Becky. Becky, the portcullis opens. You kind of walk out onto this nice paneled wooden floor, and you see all of these strange bits of scenery that are made like it was for a kid's elementary project. They're all 2D, like logs and rocks and mountains in the distance and bushes
Cardboard
like that.
cutouts of like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so you're kind of walked out, and as you step out for the first time, you can finally see who's actually in control of you. There is a rafter demon up on this like network of rafters up there. There's a whole bunch of them, and they're all kind of moving these sandbags around, and they have props at the ready. You can see cages with other creatures up there,
Nice.
but one of them is like puppeting you. And then as you look from the rafters, you can see that there is a cult guild mage who is also puppeting something, and you look down as from behind this distant mountain piece of scenery comes a
BattleBots.
oh wait, this one is from behind a nearby like piece of shrubbery and
2D
bush.
shrubbery.
Yes.
Nice.
This
What is that?
what is known as a Jagged Poppet.
JoJo.
A Jagged Poppet, yes. It's an ogre who has such a lust for bloodshed, and when they can't really be controlled, when they get a little bit too destructive even for the Rakdos, they make the most willing puppets for this kind of show.
Nice.
And so they get strung up and given a sense of control by a guild mage who's controlling it. And he's going, "It's not me who's doing it, it's him that's doing it. I'm not the blind, I'm not the blind, you're gonna get her so bad." So that is the Jagged Poppet that you see before you. What do you do?
Hello, puppet. What do I do? Can I move if I try?
Okay, you're gonna try to move?
I just want to see what happens if I go to take a step.
You cannot. And people in the stands are like, "He's a newbie! He's got stage fright! Can't gun you down! Get!" And the cult guildmage who is controlling the Jagged Poppet goes, "Oh, the poor boy, frightened as he enters these deep, mysterious woods, rife with bandits! Oh my! Oh no!
Oh no! Whatever will you do?
Oh, but I shall present myself as I move in thy way towards thine enemy.
That was terribly done, but you've caught the gist of it. As the rafter demon kind of looks towards a buddy, and the buddy's like, and they go towards my enemy. Yes. And so they go, and you do this Team America style like walk. It's pretty janky, and you go. So, where would you like to move to?
I would like to move to 5 feet away from the enemy.
All right. Boop. You are within 5 feet as the demon kind of carries you along towards him.
As a bonus, I'm going to cast for my Eldritch Cannon. And this one's going to be... Ooh. This is a lot of two-dimensional props, right?
Correct.
Do they look like they're made out of, like, cardboard and stuff?
No, they look like they're made of some kind of wood. Some, like, balsa wood.
Fire. I'm going to do a fire, then, for my Eldritch Cannon.
All right.
Force ballista fire. That is flamethrower. So I'm going to use that, put that 10 feet behind him so that he's got to move away from me to hit it kind of thing.
All right.
And then I'm going to use my attack as I say...
Unfortunately.
Oh, no.
As you do the mental pulse to kind of summon this arcane turret, you find that you... And in your head, you hear a as you kind of like squeak into a mental barrier and just like end up on your butt. You have burned your bonus action.
Oh, man.
The poor boy moves ever closer to his doom, but when the time comes, he's so shy. The crowd is like,
The hilarity in which I draw my dagger and stab you in the neck shall certainly leave me in a fit.
You're getting the hang of it. All right, attack with persuasion. How'd you do?
9.
You do that,
You have
and
good persuasion, too.
This is pretty good.
so you rummage about. The demon pulls out a large spoon, and then you go thwack and whack the ogre on the eye, and he's like, "Oh, hi, move my head! Oh, what?" His eye is like red because you whacked him with a spoon. Unfortunately, that amounts to 0 damage.
Audience loves it.
Everyone's laughing.
Okay. Well, that's
Anything
that,
else,
I guess. How much movement did that take?
20.
It took 20, so I still have 10 left?
Yep.
In that case, I'm just gonna stick right. I don't know how opportunity attacks work with this thing.
Oh, yeah.
All right, and
closer.
next goes the Jagged Poppet. He's like, he's good, he's gonna get you so good. And he's laughing as his limbs start moving, and the cult guild mage from up top, boosted with his voice from thaumaturgy that's built into this kind of audio area, he goes, "Oh, the poor boy, he did so try, and that he entered these woods and fought a bandit with but a spoon. Oh, the poor lad. The bandit, however, was equipped with something a touch more deadly, big blade cleaving him in twain." And he's gonna get a full swing.
I wonder how far I can take this now. I think you might have done something bad. This might be good.
All right, does an 18 hit?
Oh, hell's yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure what the details of your class actually are.
Just so
Okay,
you know.
so he does actually hit. So let's see. 3, that's 8 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
8. AC is bonkers.
Math is hard.
So you take 8 points of slashing damage, at which point the ogre goes, "He's not done. I got 2 hands!" And you can see that he's got these 2 large blades that actually form the halves of the Rakdos guild symbol, where if you put them together, it would be the full thing. And the cult goes, "Oh, but he's still standing. That poor little boy. He was, alas, truly sliced in twain, or at least sliced twice." Bonus attack for the second attack. 5 plus 5, 10. All right. Misses you as the rafter demon clearly didn't like that and was like, "No." And it moves you away from the swing. And the cult goes, "Damn it, I did a good job." All right, and that is your wedge. Next, we move to the Tink Wedge. And you do not get to go first.
No.
Hiya! Your portcullis opens. You are pushed forward, and you just see this cage meshing that encompasses this steamwork maze. You can hear these massive pummelers just old foundry equipment that has been repurposed into an obstacle course. This fatal gauntlet. You can see arcs of electricity, flamethrowers.
I appreciate the great work.
Oh, you got blame.
This looks really cool.
Yeah, so you step forward and you're like, oh my god! You realize that most of this is stuff that you're gonna have to like crawl through just to get by. And then the portcullis closes behind you and nothing ushers you forward until you hear these cackling voices that come at you in a veritable wave. Just like, oh my god, look at her, she's got such juicy thighs. We're gonna take a big bite. And then you can hear all of these voices as people are herding this seething mass of imps, devils, and fiends. And they're like pushing up against the crackling energy of the portcullis. And the lady at the back just goes, you've only got like 5 seconds. And you just, the portcullis starts to open and one of them sneaks under because you didn't get to go first. That is the Rakdos Cackler. And that is this lovely little fellow.
Aww.
Oh, he's so cute.
Yeah.
He's gonna eat your brains.
So the Rakdos Cackler, he kind of like forces his way through, and his head actually like squishes and deflates as if there isn't an actual physical skull there, and he's like, his eye like pops out the other side and goes, I'm gonna eat your butt! He just starts slashing at you, laughing. Alright, he's gonna swing. 6 + 4, that is a 10.
No!
You actually don't get hit?
Yes!
Wow. Okay, fantastic. So that is the Rakdos Cackler. You can see behind him is something called a Squealing Devil.
Ooh.
And this thing's sitting there, oddly silent, but he's going,
Mouth.
and he's pointing at his
Sign
mouth
language?
as he shakes this little skull on a chain.
Hello.
He doesn't get to go yet. The final thing that you see, at least that's discernible from the rest of the wave of them, is this guy. He has
God.
this protuberant paunch, this
Oh.
distended belly with a large, like inch thick and long outy belly button that his claws are like circling around and he's picking at, and he just
God.
looks at you with his tongue out, licking his teeth. He goes, this is gonna be good. Can't wait.
No.
But he is there, surrounded.
Why did you find these people?
Why, they were born out of the sheer madness of Rakdos. They are made for free.
Oh God.
Just like you saw Andavarius turn droplets of blood into tiny little devils to rip apart the chariot of the butcher clowns back at the racecourse, you can see people with buckets of blood just splashing them onto the floor, but instead of droplets, little imps are showing up.
Oh.
They start moving forward as fast as their tiny little baby legs can carry them. But the clock is ticking. If they catch up to you, you are dead. There is a timer. Your go. What are you
Okay.
doing?
I'm gonna look around, and so they were attracted to the lightning and stuff. Or they were attracted to
no.
They're just attracted to
they're
me.
just told to
Okay,
get
cool.
you.
Oh god, I'm just gonna do a massive thunder wave and get them away from me.
Okay, awesome. Thunderwave.
Thunder wave, 3rd level.
3rd level Thunderwave. So what kind of save is
Each
that?
do a
That's-
con save.
All right. Okay,
I'm
so
guessing their con is probably not that good.
Rakdos Cackler. That is 15 plus 2,
no,
so
he's good.
17.
He's good.
Okay. The Demon's Jester is actually further back. He's actually not in contact with you because he hasn't gone yet, so he's not going to get affected. But the Squealing Devil, that is an 11 plus 1, 12.
No, because mine's 13. So
Okay, so we just failed.
misses.
So even on a success, the Cackler is going to take half damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How much are they taking? For a level 3.
Can I give that guy disadvantage with the heightened spell?
Um,
Because it says
yeah.
so am I okay to do that now? Like, 'cause
Yeah.
So yeah, can I do? He has disadvantage on it
Okay.
then, on a saving throw.
The Cackler, disadvantage. That is a 7 plus 2, so 9.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
then they both fail then.
All right, and the Cackler was the one that was like on top of you. So go ahead, do your full damage.
Did all of them go?
No, you actually get to
15
go
feet.
before the other two.
Oh no, I meant like all
They
three
all
of
rolled their
them.
saves.
Oh okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you have managed to hit the Cackler and the Squealing Devil. Those are the ones that are next to you. The rest of them have yet to catch up with you.
Oh okay.
Mm-hmm.
8 plus 7. 3 dice. Oh no, it's 48. So
Actually,
8
hell,
plus
you haven't
7.
moved. You're like right next to the portcullis, so I'm going to do a roll for the other one.
7.
Ooh, he fails too. 5 plus 3.
Okay. 8 plus 7, 14.
8 plus 7, 15.
And then plus 8. No. Ugh. Sorry. 14 plus 8.
14 plus 8, all right.
22. And then plus 5.
27 damage?
27
Whoa.
damage.
Wow.
And they get blasted back 10 feet away from me.
Okay. Yeesh.
And I'm just checking the I'm gonna do a wild magic surge because I did the
Yes, you
heightened
used the
spell.
heightened spell. Wow, they are quite badly hurt.
Woo!
Ouch.
Don't come
They're
to
not
me.
dead.
Otherwise that's gonna happen again.
They've got the other two are extremely bloodied, with the exception of the Demon's Jester. That was
And
the bigger
this is a automatic wild magic surge.
one. Yeah. So
Okay,
go ahead and Andavarius, do you want to pull up that wild magic table?
I got it right here.
Oh,
What she
hey,
rolled?
yeah.
Did you roll anything?
She's about to find out.
Roll. 82.
82. The next friendly creature in the initiative order may take one additional action on their turn and receive temporary hit points equal to their character level.
Is that me?
So that's ending. Woo!
Nice.
I feel like it's the guy who's
I
like,
look
and the
over
one
to
of
you.
the Mercedes is, oh, it's myself.
Yeah.
Can I
Oh,
look
it's
over to
myself.
you and be like,
Don't look it up. That's what happens.
I'm feeling it.
I don't know where that came from, but I feel it.
You explode outward with this energy. They start flying backwards off of you. You've got yourself a little bit of headway, and you can't help but think of Andy kind of pushing that extra little bit to try to go after Hewitt. Yeah, some good thoughts kind of, and this bolt of lightning goes from one end of the arena all the way over to Andavarius, and it hits him with like a, whoa, rejuvenating bolt of energy. Awesome. You still have some movement to do.
I'm gonna.
I'm gonna look up at the crowds.
The first obstacle is the Crusher.
Okay. Can I do an investigation to see if I can break the crusher in any way?
Yeah. That'll take your bonus in order to do the investigation. Go ahead and roll it.
Okay.
You are at disadvantage because you're poisoned for ability checks.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right.
How lucky was that?
11 plus what is it?
Oh, yes.
Investigation is 17.
Okay. As you see the Crusher kind of slamming together, kind of cranking rustily backwards, you can see that this thing is actually being piloted, like it's been put in place and set up rather quickly. It has an exposed kind of arcing, sputtering, puttering old rune that if you hit it with some kind of magical cantrip, you can actually overload it and hold it off for a little bit.
Nice.
Or if you hit it, you can close it immediately outside of its pattern.
Cool.
Now, if you want to try to move through it right now, you did already use your action, but you can try to move through. It'll just be a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no. No. You can't
You
tempt
got
me.
this.
You cannot tempt me, Calvin. I see that smile. No. Tink is
Our
terrible.
friends are dying.
Tink is terrible.
So you move-
and dexterous.
So you have to crawl your like whole way through this, by the way. So you get on your hands and knees and just start crawling forward.
Smashing. I'm like,
You go
no.
5, 10, 15, 20, and you're right outside the slamming of the crusher, and that's where you end your turn.
Did those devils get blown away somewhere? But
Yeah, 10
they
feet
did.
away.
Okay.
They got blown back. The Crackler was the only one that went. That's why I didn't get an opportunity attack, because you pushed it off. But then the Squealing Devil is going to go, and what it's going to do is run forward right up to behind you, and it's going to swing the little skull chain over your shoulder, right next to your ear, and he goes... It screeches out in your ear. I'm gonna need you to do a Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
An 8 plus 4, 12.
That's not gonna do it. You guys both just failed.
Mr. Constitution, go home.
All right. Tink, first you are going to take 6 points of thunder damage,
Oh!
and you are now also deafened. You cannot hear any of these party members.
Deaf.
And you also cannot get very important audible cues from the maze. Because before the lightning goes off, it goes... But you can't hear that now.
Oh, no.
Before the flamethrower goes... Can't hear it. That's not good. All right, and the Demon's Jester sits back, literally licking his wounds as blood is coming out of like his like skin stretched belly, and he starts rubbing it with like oils and saliva. That's there it goes. All right,
That's my turn.
he's gonna heal a little bit.
You got a pretty nostril.
All right, he gets 2 back.
That's how you heal in this game? All right. Let's start doing more of that.
Across the arena to Andavarius, where your portcullis is like... And it takes a team of guys who are like, you're gonna have to pay for the repairs, by the way. It comes out of your winnings. They open your portcullis for you.
Break this.
Go on through. There are a bunch of people who are like, come on.
What do I see? What do I see?
You see this like abattoir that is frozen. Everything is covered over with this thin layer of like this rime of frost that just touches these tiny little things, icicles building off of whiskers and hair of all of these hooked up corpses put on these meat kind of hooks, all on these rails. They can sway a little bit, and you can see this like frosty kind of cold misting air being pumped into your section of the arena. It
thing
is
I've got this
absolutely
sheep
freezing.
outfit.
And the people who are holding the portcullis are like, come on, man. Like, do the thing. Okay, I'll pay for it. Like, oh my god, this metal's so cool.
Yeah, so as I'm walking in, I'm going to cast my spores. Just all the spores puff out. They just form a little halo around me and swirl around. I will bang my staff twice on the ground, tunk, tunk, and it starts to crystallize.
Nice.
Casting the shillelagh up on that. And then,
You move to the other side of the portcullis.
yep.
All
And I
right.
start making my way in, sneaking about, as I don't see any creatures or anything yet, so I'm going to start sneaking in.
Well, just as you kind of sneak through, those guys want to drop that door. It's heavy and it's cold. They drop it and it goes slam. You can feel the rush of air behind you. It rips some of the wool off the back of your sheep suit, and you're kind of like, kind of spooked, thrown off. That represents your natural 1. As what you hear from the tunnel as you look back like, guys, what? And you're like, come on, man, what's happening? I told you, go fast. You can hear the announcer go, this one, it's a special of the Gore House. Nasser specifically approves this one. You're just waiting. As he goes, this creature comes birthed, blood-drenched from the twisted imagination of our illustrious Payroon. The spawn of Rix Maadi! Let loose the beast! And you just hear one of the vents kind of fly up into the air over top of the rest, and then this thing goes... It seems like a centipede's worth of feet and limbs just start stomping over the ground. It moves, and as it's roaring and breathing through a few mouths, the meat on all of these hooks starts to shift and move as it makes its way through the maze. It is going to try to find you, and you haven't seen it yet.
No.
So, it can't see you as of right now, so it has to abide by the same rules. Difficult terrain, and I roll a d4 to determine the direction. Okay, it's getting lost. All right. It goes, boom, over to here.
Oh.
You catch a small glimpse as all of these bodies on hooks and rails start shifting. You see a spawn of Rix Maadi. This thing is like a giant sentient spike and hate-filled sausage as it's just filled with all kinds of round meats moving things around. You got a natural
sausage.
Yes.
That sounds bad.
It's a big sausage. As the bodies start shifting around you, you can see that some of them don't seem nearly as frozen as the others. Some of them don't even seem to be remotely humanoid. One of them passes by you, and it is what you will find is called a Rakdos Spitter. These things are filled with such corrosive fluids that they dissolve within days. Unless, of course, an arena was to freeze them and hold them in stasis for a little bit. But as one passes by you and kind of brushes near you, it shakes off the frost and spits at you.
Oh, so it didn't come towards me, it was just frozen there?
Yeah, it's like attached on a hook as well. It's like being dragged around.
Would I consider triggering, like, my...
The spores!
Not just my spores, but also Polar Master.
Yes to both.
I do both?
Can't you?
Well, wouldn't it be one or
two
the other,
actions.
right?
Oh, the spores thing is a
Reaction.
reaction?
Yeah.
There's spores in the air!
It's alright.
Oh, by the way, before I buff your bad character, just because that's how it's made, I will say that your deeds actually got you inspiration for last session.
Yay.
So you sticking up for Zoralia that way, and I will say that
Alright,
that would actually count for you as well. I would say that you kind of healing and seeing that,
We inspired
I think
each
that
other.
would kind of give you inspiration as well,
That's
Zoralia.
so sweet.
Alright, so,
So,
I'll take an attack
various-
with my Polar Master.
Cool.
Try to boop him.
Yep.
Oh no. Oh no. So yeah, that's a 11.
You don't see it coming, and it takes you a little bit to realize as it's like a little anteater tongue is flicking about. You're like, oh, I don't like that. Whap! And it's just like taking a broomstick to someone's belly. It just it doesn't like it very much. No discernible
The
damage.
spores.
All right, it is going to spit acid at you. 14 plus 3, 17. Does that hit?
No.
It doesn't hit?
No.
Oh, you're lucky. These guys are nasty. All right,
Just got my shield up, just boom.
you don't want it to hit the shield. You would probably,
Yep. Oh, however you want to do it.
I don't know, if this thing actually burns through equipment. So you probably dodge out of the way, see it hit the rocks behind you, the frozen cobblestone, and then it starts popping off, and that rock just starts to slew away into nothingness. Yeah, this stuff is hyper corrosive, and
I've dealt with your kind.
now it's your go into Various. What are you doing?
Okay. Well,
That thing has entered and left your
He's gone.
combat zone.
Yeah.
You can still see it on the chains, but this whole thing is moving with the creature's movements.
yeah, like everyone else in my party, I'm just gonna try to go to the middle.
Okay, how are you going to discern which
Stealthily.
direction is the middle when you're in a maze?
Well, I could see the audience and everything, so
It was an
whatever
easy
seems
puzzle,
like-
and you did it. So you go, okay, fans behind me, great. Move towards far stands. That's great. So this is going to count as difficult terrain unless you can pass a. This is going to be an intelligence check. Yeah, something to just navigating mazes
Okay.
and working your way through quickly, deciding on passages going in the right direction.
Would you count survival?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
It's a form of navigating.
Sure is. Natural 20! Hey!
Yeah.
All right. You look at this maze, you see the bodies swinging. There is one thing that you don't see swinging, and it is the rails that all of these bodies are attached to. Do you and Avarius want to climb up these bodies and get onto the frozen rails and start running across the top layer of the maze?
Climbing? No thank you.
Okay, in that case, you will simply cancel the difficult terrain, and you will move your movement of you can move 30 feet straight towards your
Want me to
objective.
roll a stealth or something as I'm trying to go quietly and not be seen by
you're
this
trying to-
gigantor?
Yeah, you're gonna have to do a stealth.
What's it called again?
That is a spawn of Rix Maadi. It's not all that perceptive.
I'm not all that stealthy. This is a 10.
9? Whoa! You just a little bit. All right, you just. All right.
But he's way off on the other corner.
Yeah. Now, as you're moving forward, I'm gonna see if you can roll another stealth check for me versus something else. Ooh.
Do you want me to
beat a
move
20.
myself forward?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind.
So I avoided difficult bomb stealth, so I'd be still at half speed.
Correct.
10, 20, 30.
Nice.
Let's see, what's my speed?
And another stealth check, DC 20.
Stealth check?
Yes, please.
Another one?
Yes.
DC 20?
Yes. Something else is looking for you.
8.
All right. You are creeping forward, and you're like, everything is going so well. Stupid sausage monster. No! It shoots its readied spit attack.
Right.
Oh,
It saw me?
Yes, that was the thing with the perception for 20. Yeah. Okay, so
See me.
rolling it. Roll perception. It rolled perception.
Yeah,
You're like
yeah,
moving
no,
through the
I'm-
maze. Oh,
fine.
Okay, so that is a rolled 19. Does that hit?
Yeah, that just hits.
Okay, and then it's got a plus to mod, so it does hit. Okay, so all of your equipment has 5 hit points. This thing does D4 damage to whatever equipment it hits, and then D4 onto you.
Oh no.
So, this is to you. You're going to take 4 points of acid,
Oh no.
and yeah, I'm gonna say that your shield is front and center. Oh, lost that one. It's gone. Your shield takes 1 point of acid damage. And that is
Alright.
your go within the wedge. So now...
Well, I still haven't used my action.
oh, crap!
And I have 2
You have
actions.
2 actions.
Woo!
Get him.
Anavarius, you're up, buddy.
So this thing that spit at me, he's still going by. Sneak again. Try to move on.
I'm just gonna ignore that.
Yeah. And I'm gonna move
Fantastic.
over. Another, do you want me to do another stealth check?
Another stealth check, yes, but not another navigation one.
Okay.
You're super good on.
Another stealth check, that's a 19.
Okay,
So
let's
I'll
roll
move
for the big
another
guy.
10, 20, 30.
Oh, no!
Oh, do you want me to move back?
No, you moved fine. You moved fine. But this thing, as you're like, okay, you're going through and you're not making any noise as you like push and peel aside these frozen cadavers and sneak through. And as you move through the final layer and you're getting close to the center of the arena, you're like almost there. As one of the bodies swings back, you realize at the last second that this thing starts moving towards you. It's like a spider with its web. You kind of move the corpses to beeline in there. It senses the movement, turns, and just starts boom, 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 slamming through. Bits of hooks and corpses are dangling off it as it is barreling in your direction.
If I don't look at it, it's
Boom.
not real.
It gets boom right in your way. All these swinging frozen bodies flying around, bouncing off of it and you. I'm gonna need you to do a strength saving throw to keep your footing as you're getting hit by like all these haunches of meat that are bumping into you.
How's he going on my turn?
Ready to action to move towards the thing that it perceives.
I don't understand, but I know it's bullshit. That's a 3. No, strength save. Oh yeah, 3.
It doesn't get to attack, but it just kind of ends up in here as you get wham hit by this like just butt cheek of a cow, and it just slam knocks you to the ground, and it looks at you.
I'll just have my
Does it?
staff up and cast blindness.
Oh, you have an action!
Yes, I do.
This thing just rears up on all of its legs. Boom! Hit it with the blind.
I will. Second level spell.
Nice.
So con save.
Okay. Ball! What's the DC? Because I got a 4 plus
It's
4
14.
plus 4. Okay, so it fails. It is now blind. The rest of the people are cheering as this thing beelines for you. They're boo. Some people boo that you're making a cheesy way through. Other people think it's so clever. The demon rears up close and this blinding, searing light hits it in neon green colors. Just, the crowd goes wild.
At the end of each of its turns, it can make another con save.
Fantastic. This is not actually its turn. This is just a ready to action, so it doesn't even get to make it.
And that's my turn then.
Awesome. The arena is eating this up. You guys were just giving it your all.
Survived
big
turn one.
openers. People are just like, yeah, oh my god, they can do boo, fail, die. You almost swear, Andavarius, at one point in all of this, as you're like blasting this creature screaming, you're not sure if you half imagined it, but a my boy.
I would not be surprised if his dad was down in Rakdos.
I'm looking at the crowds.
Hard to look at the crowd because you're
I'm on the
your
ground
back.
covered in
You're
meat
looking at
and a
all
big
the
monster.
demons and imps up in the ceiling like, hello.
You're not my papa.
Who does see their papa is Zoralia.
Ooh.
You can see that in his own
can't.
private...
She's blind.
That'll happen next time! All right. We have the literal magic of the stadium coming into play.
No.
And the person that it's going to go to... Chris, you have a decision to make. As the crowd is... They're into it. They want you to succeed, fail. They want to tilt the odds and see you beat them. You get to pick which of these three guys gets screwed over in a particular way. You can have one of them have their hit points reduced to the roll of 4 of their hit dice, which means that those 4 hit dice get consumed. They roll them, that's their new health total.
Oh my.
You can have 5 zombies drop into their wedge, or you can have one of them lose all of their spell slots.
Zombies are pretty stupid, right? And
They are very stupid. They're very
not
durable.
very dexterous, though.
No. Oh,
I'm gonna have them drop into Zoralia.
I will roll.
Good choice.
Absolutely
Just falling all over.
Oh my god.
So good because it's like funny, but also I'm puppeting it like it's dead thing, like a zombie body. Brethren, come forth from the sky.
You can see that all of these demons are holding these other creatures on chains, and they're called dead revelers. That's what you actually are. Is you're a reanimated corpse just used for fun. A whole bunch of demons and imps carrying these dead revelers run across the spider work of the rafters, over the ceiling, over her wedge, and they go.
Bodies.
The announcer goes, "Well, you love and hate to see money go to waste, folks. Thank you for the donation. Let's see what it does." Someone spent so much money as 5 zombies just drop for like 40 feet and then just bling, boing. So it's like clean and half.
Maybe they can get.
That's a good show still.
I'm gonna see which ones. Hold on. Zombie number 1.
Maybe some of them knock some of the other
The vibration of the
down.
barbed wire.
See that?
Not
Yeah.
me. Not me.
Especially
Snap the
if-
slack rope. Ooh.
Because if you like snap a rope that someone else is standing on,
All right.
Don't give him too many ideas.
I'm gonna make this crazy. All right.
be
So
awesome.
I'm gonna have Zoralia. I'm gonna have the Gorehouse Chainwalker. I'm gonna have the Grimm Roustabout. Who? Oh yeah, he did go. He just failed. I'm gonna have the Acrobat all roll a dex save as they drop the zombies specifically over top of your heads.
Okay.
Now remember, you have inspiration if you want advantage.
I might be willing to use that this time. Yep. Yes, I am.
Oh
God. 22. Woo!
All right.
now let's see how bad these dice are.
Okay, so you hear the rattling of chains as they're like, and you can't see it coming. You just hear this of a zombie, and you whip forward and dodge it accurately as this thing falls below you. I'm going to roll for the Acrobat.
Yes!
I'm going to roll for the Gorehouse Chainwalker.
Roll badly.
What is happening? 4. Grim Roustabout. That guy's good. Okay.
Not the roustabout.
So these guys are going to get booped. So each of them is going to take a d6 damage. So Acrobat takes 1 point of bludgeoning, and the Gorehouse takes 3. So Acrobat 1 point. So that puts him at 5. Gorehouse takes 3, puts him at 6. Great, and they are now going to have to do acrobatics checks. Good, Acrobat is still on the chain. The Gorehouse Chainwalker goes down another level. Nice. I'm going to see if he can grab on to the left. No! No!
Yes!
Down.
He flicks the blood at you and is like, ha ha ha, whoop, and the crotch of a zombie just wham! And its pelvis stays intact, its spinal cord bends in half, pops out its back, and the rib cage just like spunk, lands on top of this guy's spike cage helmet as it just as he almost wears it like a turkey. Like a turkey and just as he falls backward, burns in lava. Damn it! Okay.
I aim to please!
Grim Roustabout's fine.
Didn't go completely to waste.
All right, I'm gonna roll for the one zombie didn't make it.
Thank
the other
you,
zombie
Becky.
didn't make it with the same roll. Zombie. Okay, how many 10s am I gonna roll here? Okay, so that was 1, 2, 3. Last one. 16. Okay, so one of them made it, and nat 20. Okay, 2 of these zombies actually make it. One of them lands with the barbed wire, splitting him in half up to his chest, and he as he starts swinging at you. And the other one, boing, lands. He must be a reanimated somebody special. All right, so I'm gonna find. I did not make zombie tokens, so let's do this. I'm gonna make them as ick-spitters.
So out of curiosity, you're okay throwing things in there if things need to be thrown in there?
Yes.
Okay.
So coming, and I'm gonna paste boat. We got a couple Rakdos zombies all up on your steez. Awesome. So that is the end of the round. We go back to the top of the round where we go to your wedge. You have 2 zombies. One of them is buried up to its sternum in a barbed wire piano cord that's bisected it. The other one balancing ever so gracefully. What would you like to do?
That ruins my initial plans, but I have a very fun thunder wave. I think I would like to So she'll stay very calm. She has been training for this stuff. She does it blindfolded sometimes.
How's that gonna affect your chain?
She'll pull out her violin and she'll just start playing a nice little thunderous tune there. And
Dad's violin.
Yep. She will cast it at level 2, so that is a con save of 15.
Okay, here we go. Acrobat. Fail.
Keep forgetting I have this.
Nat 20 zombie.
Oh yeah.
Success.
Oh, wow.
Split in half zombie. Success.
Well, he's just
And those are the only ones that are left.
Okay.
All right.
What about the Acrobat?
Oh, it
Yeah,
failed.
Oh.
I believe those other zombies are still going to have taken damage.
half damage, yeah.
Can you reroll?
Zombie.
It's 3.
Oh, okay.
So that's 9 damage. Yeah, 9 damage
Okay, so
to the Acrobat and half as much to the 2 zombies. However, that Acrobat is going to go flying 10 feet.
No.
So she's bloodied as she, boom, gets flung away. She's gonna try to catch wire. The first wire. That's a 3. 16. She caught the second one. She got the second one. So that's a d6. So that's 4.
So now it's like 10 feet lower than her, or 5 feet lower, kind of?
Yeah, she's falling by layers
Yeah.
of 10. Yeah, so that you're within 5 still. Okay, so how much damage did you do?
9 damage to her.
9 plus the 4. All right, so you blast her back. She goes flying, kind of bang, her lower back spins her head over T-cap. She's just spinning through the air as she's falling. Her glaive happens to hook onto one of the wires. She's like, yeah! She starts to spin, and she realizes she's facing the wrong way as she swings directly into a wall and just swap! And starts falling backward and lands in the lava. You actually killed her from the barbed wire damage combined with your thunder wave. She is gone. All right, but the other zombies only take half.
When the crowd goes.
The crowd, although I am busy, is very happy.
Nice.
I will bow.
You bow. And you're also going to have to do an acrobatics check for me. You just did a thunder wave on this tripwire.
We got this.
Acrobatics. You want to pass because your other things are at disadvantage.
18.
Oh, okay, you seem to be the only one who's navigating this as you and the rest of it, as you're like playing your violin, the vibrations carry through these lines. They seem to all like echo and join you in as this like chorus for your music, and you just ride that wave. You feel it. You're the one conducting it. You stay on it. You feel thrilled. All right, and is that your go or just your action? You got movement. But there are 2 zombies next to you. And you got a bonus.
Stay there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, these zombies are now going to go. First attack.
Wait. I'm actually going to step onto the one zombie's head.
Yeah.
That's like half.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Just gonna stand on his head.
Yes.
Okay.
And the people just, they think it's great as you just kind of step on them and are raptured in your own music playing. They are going to try to grapple you, though. Because why punch you when they could drag you into the lava? Okay, that is a DC 20 for avoiding being grappled. You really don't want this to happen, or the zombie will just go and fall off.
What am I rolling?
Athletics or acrobatics to avoid it.
Acrobatics. Oh my god, don't fail me.
Oh.
God.
Who's got inspiration?
Somebody else!
Can I wink at her?
Are you a bard?
Yay.
Did
no,
you
I
use your
did
bonus?
not.
Yeah, you did.
I did not pass that.
All right. The one zombie, you step on his head, play your song, and then he just bites the sole of your boot and goes and just lets himself spin, and you get pulled over. He is going to voluntarily fall off of the wire and take you with him.
Nice.
Now. Okay.
Reaction featherfall.
You have that?
Yes, sir.
It's gonna be disadvantage. You gotta break a grapple every time. I don't know what's gonna happen. Okay, this zombie bites your boot, turns over, and he's like, mission accomplished. As he soars to his fiery doom, he's like, what? Where are you? Slams into the lava.
Thumbs up as it goes down.
He thinks he did a great job. You feather fall, but you are also blind. So you are going to have advantage for catching the lines and disadvantage for catching the lines. So it's going to be a straight roll to catch your first line. You are at the top level. You have 3 chances at this.
Okay.
Feel it out.
Acrobatics?
Yes, acrobatics. Straight roll.
Oh, she got this. No problem.
First one's the lower DC.
19.
Yep. Okay, and you take a D4 of damage. That's going to be 1 piercing damage.
Nice.
As it bites the sole of your foot, falls over, and you go, okay. It just goes, falls below you. And you can swing on it.
Nice.
All right. So that was the first zombie.
Nailed it.
There is a second zombie. As you think you're all good, the acrobatic zombie takes its foot and places it on your head. Grapple check.
No.
Oh my
Turn
god!
tables.
DC 17! They are good grapplers! Acrobatics or athletics check to try to avoid, and you have to beat a 17.
You can
Or
do
match.
it.
Ooh.
Yes!
I did.
Yeah! Okay, it puts its foot on your head and goes to place that weight on, and then you just kind of swing and as it takes its stance again. It's used its action, but it is going to move to step on your fingers. But first, it's gonna have to do an acrobatics. We'll see if it can make it. No, it's a 2! So he goes and goes to step daintily upon your fingers, and you go split your hands, and there's a barb. It's gonna try to catch the first wire, the one that you're hanging on to. And it succeeds. It catches, and you guys go and slam face first into each other and just tries to bite you as you guys are hanging from the same barbed wire next to each other.
God.
All right, that's your wedge. Now we go to second wedge. Who got the 18? You, sir, and you get to go first.
I have a question.
Yep.
So is this thing talking and acting the same way that I am to give...
Plays by the same rules.
In that case, I'm going to try something.
Go for it.
First, I'm going to look at him. I'm going to say... but how could you possibly hurt your own father?
You're not my dad.
For we share the same bloodline. And I will prove it to you by grabbing the flower that dons our family crest, the magical flower that only lights for those that are within the family as I reach for it and it doth glow. And I will use my artificer's ability to make it glow.
I know related. All right.
Yeah, I'm just going to see what his, like...
His cultist, like, puppeteer is He's going off script, man. He's going rogue. The Raptor Demon's like, yeah. He, like... You've never seen someone with such dexterous feet as he gives the middle finger with his toes. He's like, yeah, mine's cooler than yours. I'm going to let you do a deception to effectively try to...
Can I make a performance?
This is straight up a lie.
Deception's okay, it's the same thing. 21.
All right. Let's see if you can resist it.
They're the same thing, so it doesn't matter.
Cannot resist. That cultist is ultimately a showman at heart, and when you do this, he's like, and you can see the like blade is moving dangerously close to your neck, and he goes, "Oh, but how was this bandit to know that it was a member of his own blood whose blood he shed? Whoa! Wary! He's gonna forfeit his action when it comes to his turn.
Sweet.
This exact thing happened in Fable. It's the best ever.
Now,
It's so funny.
I don't know how you want to use that as like bonus or movement or
That's just a
action
bonus.
okay, so then for my action,
Yep.
I will gently, as I reach for thy lips, speak no more, for it is simply our bond which connects us. And as I touch my finger to his lips, I'm going to use my artificer's ability to make sounds or words come out of his mouth. And they're going to be, I love you, Papa, I love you, Papa, I love you, Papa, I love you, Papa, so that he can't communicate to the...
I hate you. I love you, Papa.
Yeah.
I hate you so much. I want to hurt you so bad.
Yeah.
I didn't volunteer for this.
And then
So good.
I'm going to use that haste thing that you gave me, that card that I won in the previous round.
Oh. You want psychotic fury? You unleash it.
And I'm going to use that to...
You get haste.
Yeah, so I'm going to move away from him since he's holding or forfeiting his action anyways.
Yeah.
And I'm going to move to the front of the stage, right here.
I'm gonna have you hold on
center?
with
Yeah, yeah.
your "I love you, Papa." I love you, Papa. Do a performance. See if the crowd buys it. If the crowd likes your storyline, then you
Can I
won't
roll
get
an
the
advantage
opportunity
because
to-
it's so cool?
That actually is like playing the game quite perfectly.
Oh, it's not even that good anyway. 13. It's meh.
As the first "I love you, Papa," the crowd goes, "Oh, I love you, Papa. Oh, I love you, Papa." Okay, I love you. Boo! Hurt him again.
As I notice their interest like fading a little bit, I'll move to the front of the stage, and with my final action, or with my hasted action, I'll use that to ready a thunder wave if he attacks me.
It's about to go off. So you move past him to the front of the stage, center stage, there you are. And while it says, "I love you, Papa," the cult guild mage goes, "Alas, but for all of this family love, this fratricidal friendship, so soon he is abandoned by the one who should love him and hold him closest most." And he does his movement, and he goes, "No, you're gonna get hurt so good." As he, like, getting pulled and swept towards you like a puppet.
Oh, man.
Thunderburst.
I brought you into this world, I can take you out of it!
He's awesome.
So 13 con save.
Oh, this is an ogre.
Yeah.
It's a loud show we got with all these thunder waves.
Yeah. He manages to pass. He isn't gonna get pushed away,
Hit that.
but you do deal half damage.
So
Nice. Let's see how that goes then. That is a 4. That is a 2, so that's 6. And that is a 4, so That is 10, so 5.
5 damage? Okay. Jagged Poppet takes 5. Okay. So he comes in, gets blasted, but by the time he gets there, he goes, "You were my father. You were meant to love me, not leave me in darkness." Slings it at you.
You were supposed to be so much more!
Okay, 10 plus 5, 15, does that hit?
Nope.
Nope, he misses. All right.
Worthless like your brother.
Roll an intimidation.
Yeah.
You want to move him a bit closer? Then?
Oh god, I dropped it. What is it? I don't have another one.
Roll it again.
It's under wires.
4 rolls don't count.
I can't find it. This is crazy. Hold on.
You go to say the line, and all anybody hears is a.
Yeah. What is it? Intimidation?
Oh, you're getting it?
I got it. That is a 22.
Wow.
So
Gonna
charismatic.
make
Okay.
him cry.
You do that as the guy swings at you. And you're disappointed, just like your brother. And the crowd goes, "Oh, man!" So many of them start snapping. He went there. Oh, man. People are really into this catty
Nice.
play that you're putting on.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to
They
do
are now
that.
going to think less of him. And you can see, even from where you are, the cultist who's puppeting him, you can see he's like trying to distance himself from the character. He's going to join you in crapping on this guy.
Nice.
There you go. All right, and I believe that's. Oh no, you went behind the mountains in the distance, the piece of scenery.
I moved
Right
my character
between.
to the front of the
Okay.
rocks, wherever
Well,
that
then
is.
you would see the other thing that's waiting in the wings for its chance to shine. This is a Rakdos pit dragon. And it is chained up. All of its wings are bound, and it's looking at you, just trying to breathe fire. But there's a dark chain that's holding its mouth shut, and there are a whole bunch of rafter demons like. Yeah, keep going. You big. All right. So
Oh,
that
dear.
was the Jagged Poppet's turn.
Ponder on that for a while.
I will.
And as you're standing there, all of those rafter demons, as a chorus, they start to rumble. But he didn't know what was in the mountains. Dangerous foes, lots of big dragons. And as this dragon, very against its will, is like hefted into the air, like it's trying to swing at you.
It's just on chains.
Oh yeah, I'm
And they
imagining it
kind
like
of careen it towards you like a meteor, like a battering ram.
Sweet.
It's hilarious and terrifying.
It's wonderful.
All right, attack.
Knocking
No.
over props.
It is a miss, as this is merely the introductory thing, as this dragon goes, "Urgh," and just gets swung around in the backdrop, kind of holding and spinning there on his guidelines, like raging.
Hey, thanks for joining in on the game that we're playing.
And that is the play wheel. We move to the next wheel with Tink, which means
Okay.
the Cackler is up. It is hurt and it is pissed off. It is going to pick itself up off the floor. You haven't gone through the first obstacle. It is going to run, crawl down on the ground, get next to your boot, and just start twisting into the muscles of your calf. It attacks, and it's attacking you at advantage because you're prone. And that is a 14 plus 4,
yeah.
so
Yeah, yeah,
18.
yeah,
That is
yeah.
a hit. So
100%.
that is going to be. That is going to be 3 plus 2. That's going to be 5 piercing damage as this thing just grabs your boot, stabs, and then just very oddly and tenderly like feels around the area to go. And as the knife just goes in, and he does a shiver. That was his attack against you. Tink, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna do Tides of Chaos to try and give me advantage on getting through.
On the saving throw?
Next bit. On no, on getting through.
Yes, on the dexterity saving throw.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry. Then.
Okay, so you're poisoned.
I can't
Poison doesn't
poison.
affect your
No. Yeah.
saving throws, so
Yeah.
you're gonna have actual advantage. You're not canceling disadvantage.
Yeah.
Great. Dexterity saving throw.
So I'll have advantage.
You have advantage. Tides of Chaos kicks in.
Something bad.
Sorry.
You're moving through the Crusher. This is Terminator. As you move through,
Okay. I got a 5, but as I'm going through, can I do Expeditious Retreat?
yes.
That'll give me dash.
Yeah. So is that an action, a bonus action, or what?
That is I believe it's it's a bonus action.
Okay. You do that as a bonus action. Is that a first level spell or higher?
It is a first level spell.
Cool. I'm gonna give you back your Tides of Magic, and I'm gonna have you roll Wild Magic right now.
Nice.
Mark, what's the result as she rolls it out? The D100.
Well, let me tell you about it.
It's an 84.
84 again? Is that what you had last time?
Yeah,
that was awesome.
I think so.
I should have negative 2.
Creatures within 30 feet of you make a con save against your spell DC. On a fail, a creature temporarily suffers 1 to their AC or -1 to their AC and saving throws. For 1 minute, you receive a bonus to your AC and saving throws equal to the sum of failures.
The sum of
Do it, Calvin! No! Do it! Everyone fail!
Okay. Here we go. What's your spell save DC?
It is, I believe, 13?
13?
Yeah, 13.
So low. Cackler.
I know it's low, I'm sorry.
Cackler fails, but
Yes.
with a 12.
Yes!
Squealing Devil fails with an 8.
Yes!
Demon's Jester passes with a nat 20. And I'm gonna roll for just like the mob of imps
Yeah.
and devils that make up the devil that is the tide.
So many. I think it's gonna be 40.
They got a nat 20 as well. They are unaffected. There are just so damn many that are just spilling after you this red tide. Every single one.
They all have advantage now.
So only 1 failed?
2 failed.
2, so you get +2 to your AC for a minute.
All right.
And
they-
saving throws.
Yeah, and they get -1 to their AC and saving throws.
And then I've got dash, so can I
And-
get through this thing?
Yeah,
with
you now
dash?
have Expeditious Retreat. Now, normally I would give advantage. You already have advantage.
Yeah.
A plus to the roll.
Yeah.
How about this? Do an intelligence roll for me.
Okay.
Nice.
15 plus, and then just straight intelligence.
Yep.
Then that is +3.
15 plus. Remember how you could overload the sparking magical exposed rune that operates the crusher? You still have your action.
Okay.
You've only used your bonus and your movement. You can shoot some kind of cantrip at it in order to delay it.
Okay, cool. I'm going to shoot an acid splash against it then.
All
Because
right.
the dexterity of 13, so this is just.
It's automatically going to
just
fail.
hits.
You
Awesome.
target it. You remember that that's what you should do. Just as you're like, I've got the timing. And it slams and like pinches some of the skin off your nose. Ow. Cool. You start dashing away.
Wonderful.
That is 2 opportunity attacks. 1 from the Squealing Devil, 1 from the Cackler.
Oh, they don't get knocked away. Oh, no.
Opportunity attack. And this is at advantage because you're prone. Wow, 8 plus 3 is 11. Does that hit?
Nope.
Okay, so the Cackler misses, and then the Fiend. 11 plus 3, that's 14. That one hits, right?
That one just hits.
Okay. So,
Are you sure with your modified AC?
I'm just checking now. Oh, God. Oh, no, it doesn't! It doesn't! Thank God! Thank you! Thank you
Wow.
for reminding me. Because I've got,
so
okay.
you
I'm just okay.
you end up building up, crackling, electrifying with all of this pent-up energy in order to time your boost through. You get stabbed in the calf, you splick some acid, the thing judders back into position. You get super speedy as you start putting your way across the smasher. You get to the other side, they try to stab you, it doesn't work. The one is still attached to your calf as the crusher goes, boom, slams, and pulverizes the Rakdos Cackler. All right, it is gonna take a d20. That is 18 damage, and it had 3 health remaining.
Dead? Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
you fart your way through electronically, as just, and you like lift in the air as this like start magnetically like a rail gun just shooting through to the other side, and this thing smoshes right in the pit, and it pulls aside all kinds of goo and guck on either end.
It's like those
It has-
hydraulic press videos.
It has died,
Satisfying but disgusting.
and that's your go. Yes.
Yes, that's all my go.
All right, now.
And I'm just gonna look at the other 2 guys that are down in the end of the tunnel, and be like, "Come at me! Or you're next. Do you want to end up like that guy?"
He's staring at your throat and just as he slam, and then as he run through. He's gonna do a dexterity saving throw. He is small enough that he doesn't have to crawl, so he's not at
Can
disadvantage.
I do anything to try and scare them?
You are standing in the way. You
Yeah.
can try to like offer your body, like they will get to attack you, but you can try to like block off the stomper so that it gets caught in it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm happy with that.
So it's gonna try to dexterity around you. You've got to roll to acrobatics or athletics to
Okay.
keep it in place.
Can I do like a?
You have to beat a 12.
I'm just thinking, can I do like a performance to try and like be like, ooh, I'm doing this? No. Yeah. You're like, I'm doing acrobatics. Anything. I'm doing this.
How about a religion?
Hear
Can
me
I
out.
just pick a high number? Thank you.
I got a 3.
Oh.
I tell you, I do want to do
So you go, stop. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, as he just stabs you to the other side. So he's gonna have advantage on his attack against you
my God.
since you just opened yourself up to it. That's a crit. Okay. So that's a
Pink's in trouble.
Yeah, I am.
that's 4 plus 2, so that's 6 plus 2. That's 8 piercing damage as this guy kind of jumps and just his throat straight out. Fall to the ground on the other side of the chomper. Wait, did he even make it
Did
through
he get
this?
through the chomper?
Smasher?
Yeah.
Shit. Ooh.
Did he turn right to me and get to me?
He did get through the smasher.
Oh, okay.
He has a 15 on the dot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, he manages to get to the smasher on the other side, latches onto your throat, and takes you down on the other side. All right. And then the demon's jester. So you have managed to move 5, 10 feet. This guy right here is dead. This guy right here, the Squealing Devil, moves up and it's latched onto your throat. And this guy right here is on the other end of the smasher, and he's just
I see him.
still just moving rhythmically with his hips, and he's gonna heal a little bit more. For 4. Ooh. Awesome. That is your part of the wedge. Now we go to your part of the wedge, where you have the nat 1. So this
And prone. And this guy's blind.
Please, blind.
it would have advantage, but you've canceled it out as it lifts its little hands, of which it has many, and then it keeps lifting because it has such a long body and so many legs to anchor it to the ground. It just, this towering beast of flesh kind of blocks out the lights from above, and it just
Combat roll.
you're gonna try to roll out of the way. Yeah, I'll have this be reflected as a dexterity.
I just.
It's gonna try to attack.
Yeah.
That is a 13 plus 5, 18.
Misses.
Dang it! It slams itself down, but you have kind of combat rolled right next to a frozen piece of meat. Like there are some toes there that are resting against your face, but it slams, cracking the frozen cobblestones. And
Actually,
then
at the start of turn, could it make a con save as the spores
yes!
try to protect me from them?
Yeah, 11 plus 4, 15?
That is a pass.
Okay. Half damage or no damage?
I don't think it's any. Here. There's a hero. Hero, circle, hero. No damage.
Okay. This thing gets covered in spores, but is no seemingly worse for the wear.
Yeah.
As it kind of slams, and you go, whew, good thing I combat rolled. And you see it flatten the rest of the way out and just combat roll towards you. That's
Keep
just
rolling.
just push further in. It attacks! 4 plus 5, 9. No.
Do it.
It tries to roll.
Do it.
It hits against all of the lines of frozen meats, and as it's like rolling and twisting, they start moving and shifting. I'm going to see if one of the ick spitters lands up. Nope, it's a 1.
Ooh, nice.
It is caught somewhere else in the maze. None of them are close enough to see you. That is its turn. Done.
Nice. So
What are
I
you up to,
will
Various?
try to move just closer to the center, around, rolling around, and then I just want to attack it with my staff, my shillelagh staff.
Awesome. Yeah, so movement right now is going to count as difficult terrain. It's going to take half of your movement even just to stand up, so you move 5, 10, or 10, 20. Great.
All right, that good?
Yep,
And
you
do
are
I roll
good.
an advantage because he's blind?
Yes,
Actually,
you
did he
do.
do a save at the end of his turn?
No,
Not be
he
blind.
did not.
Yeah.
That's it. Nope. What's your DC? Because it's a 5 plus whatever. I doubt it.
Yeah, no. Blind. Let me see what it is, though, for you.
14?
14,
Nah,
yeah.
I knew it.
All right. No, it is still blind.
All right, then Shillelagh. Bonk. At advantage, that's a 21.
Yep, hits.
All right. That's a D8, and also a D6 of necrotic damage, because I got my spores up.
Nice.
Ooh.
Ooh, nice. What's my modifier? No. Actions. Plus. Should be plus 3 of them.
Exciting math.
Yeah, so plus 3. So 15 damage.
Okay.
Do you care how much is necrotic?
No.
Okay.
It's same thing to this guy.
Okay, 15 damage. And then bonus action, I will use my... What do you call that? Polar Master to bonk him again.
Do it. Go for it.
Oh, that one's cocked. Okay, that is a 19.
Yeah, that'll hit. As you're getting so close that you can actually see the center of the arena, there's like packed sand and dirt with this large cage, this iron grill in the center, circular kind of hole there. You can hear a bunch of people from the crowd going, "Oh, that's you like go to the middle, that sucks. Boo!"
Well, not quite. That's why I stayed up there.
Yeah.
But that's 11 damage.
All right, another 11, not bad. So,
Is there a fence around the center?
No.
Okay.
That's just to demarcate it from the rest of the wedges. Awesome. Antivarius, you've done movement, action, bonus. There you go.
Uh-huh.
Awesome. All right. And that is the end.
Do you add your modifier on the bonus attack with Polar Master?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Oh, so you already included that in the damage?
Yep.
Fantastic. All right. As this round ends, Andavarius is surviving the monster, beating the crap out of it, getting close to the center. Zoralia is just dodging this meat blender of zombies. The rest of her opponents just seem to be falling apart. To the point where I keep forgetting about the Grimm Roustabout. I'm going to have to remember him for the next time, but Zoralia is the queen of her domain right now. So is Becky, who's actually taken to this style of thespian combat very
She's
well.
a bard.
And you're even doing quite
He's a
well.
bard.
You're not nearly as torn up as you could be. The crowd is cheering and cheering, but a lot of those cheers are cheers for blood. I'm gonna roll to see who gets to pick the next screw over. It's another 3. All right. The same person.
Do I get to pick again?
You get to pick again, but only the 2 options are left.
Okay, what options?
One of these guys loses all of their spell slots,
Okay.
or one of them has their health total reduced to 4 of their hit dice rolls.
Oh my goodness. Well, I would say it's gonna be Tink with the hit dice rolls.
Actually, that might help me. That might, if it's more.
Don't tell him, just roll.
I'm just asking.
Why do you do it? Just roll the
I'm just
dice.
asking because if it is, do I get to regain that health then?
Yeah, whatever you
Technically.
roll, you would
And
have
then
that as
it's
health.
D6s.
Yeah, so you roll 4 d6s, and that is now your health total.
Is she level 5?
That's good.
Yeah.
What's that?
Is she level 5? Is it 5 or 4?
No, 4
Oh,
of
4.
her
I
hit dice.
gotcha.
Because
Come on,
the
roll
card
big.
Might be
captive
okay.
audience
Yeah.
puts you at 4 life.
3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. I actually have more health.
Nice.
Whoa! You're Saywad blood! Yeah, so this,
So does she, and she's getting it back.
this
She's rubbing her
illusory
tummy on the
scale
blood.
shows
That's how it
up,
works, right?
and it goes, "Oh my! Another wealthy donor is dipping their golden fingers into this scale," and it's just like, and it presses down on the scale, and it goes, "Who? Well, it." Oh my god! And then the scale like removes the hand, and the hand disappears. Ding! And a little halfling appears on it. Yeah! And it's cool. We are so sorry. Further donations are half off. No! All right, you now have more health. Great. And then we go to the top of the round, and that's going to be in Zoralia's wedge.
Alright.
What are you doing, Zoralia?
So,
You are hanging
Me and
from
Zombie are just hanging face to face.
Yeah.
right next to each other, hanging onto that wire.
Lick him back.
Hey, I just say, you should probably just End yourself now. And I will cast Dissonant Whispers.
Oh no, is that the one that makes them walk away?
Yes. Wisdom saving throw of 15.
Not a wisdom!
Yes, wisdom.
How wise is this zombie? This
Yeah.
acrobatic zombie.
Because acrobatic zombie.
A 7! Oh, okay, so it's standing there going, making faces back at you. You should, like, end yourself. Just let's go.
Don't even have to roll for the damage.
No, you make it run
Well,
away from you, right?
that was easier than I thought.
There is a wire that it can grab, but it is too close to you, and it has to run up to its movement straight down. There are 3 layers. You guys are at the top layer, and its movement is 30 feet. So it goes past the first one, past the second one, past the third one, and as soon as it passes the third one, it goes, I'm not scared anymore. It just hits the lava and burns. No! So it's dead. Yeah, I wouldn't say you'd have to even roll for the damage, unless you want to hurt its feelings before it goes.
You're a dick. Oh.
All
I'm so
right.
bad. I'm so sorry.
I'm going to use my action to get back up on this chain.
Acrobatics.
Hopefully. 22.
Yes,
there we go.
on. Okay,
math there.
half of your movement to get up onto the wire with a swing and a spin. You land on it gracefully. You still have half your movement.
I will just stay where I am, but I will point my bow rapier at the last guy there.
The Grimm roustabout.
Yep. And be like,
He's
I'm
like,
coming for you next.
No, please no. This sucks. I'm dead and I'm afraid. All right. So you're gonna stay where you are. You're not gonna move in towards the center of the arena.
Nope.
Okay. Awesome. So that goes to the Grimm roustabout. I'm gonna say that he has managed, after all of this time, to really take his time because he can come back from the dead, but not if he hits the lava. So he like, whoa now, just stands on there. As he starts to walk and wibble his way, you see that he's got like his hooks on nearby chains as like guide things. So he'll have advantage, actually. I like that description. Nice, and it's a good thing because I went from a 3 to a 7.
On the back there.
That would make sense. Whew. So he's not dead due to lava too. I made the lava too strong in this one.
Oh, no.
He starts moving 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to get below you, and then he goes and goes right. He is 1 level below you now, so he's below your feet, and that's where he does his movement. From there, he kind of takes his hooks off and just tries to get you around the ankle. So
Jump.
swings to
Flip
attack. Aren't you blind?
Yeah.
Don't you get to roll to try to avoid blindness at the end of your last turn?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll
Tell
that.
me, but I will.
Sorry, Constitution save.
Constitution.
Oh. What about my deafening?
Yes.
Okay.
You're deafening as well.
17.
Yes, you are no longer blind. Good thing.
Ooh.
Yeah, you just robbed this guy of his crit. He's still gonna hit, but he's not critting you.
I can see you.
So 14? Get it?
Yes, 14 would, you're no longer deafened. He does hit you, so he is going to do 6, that's gonna be 4 slashing damage as he kind of hooks you around the leg, and he is going to pull and try to make you fall. So you're gonna have to do another acrobatics check to see if you can stay balanced on your wire.
No, Zorelia.
Natural.
Oh no.
Wait.
That's
Natural 1.
No!
I can just poke it. No.
You say, come here, and he's like, okay. He kind of slides, sparking along the wires, climbs his way up, hooks you around the ankle, manages to cut at your tendon just to pull you down. You spike onto the first wire, so that's going to do you an extra D4. That's 4 more piercing damage as you as your back hits the barbed wire, and then you fall off to the side. You start to fall. You get the chance to catch that first wire though, because you got right back up. So first wire, DC's lower, damage is lesser when you grab on. Come on, Zorelia.
Oh, yeah, I'm good.
Oh, okay. So you take a
Yes, 27.
boom. You take 4 damage as he hooks you around the leg, pulls it from under you. You kind of spin, but catch and kind of manage to hold on. That's another 4 piercing damage, but you are hanging on to the top wire. Awesome. And that is your wedge goes to your wedge.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yeah.
Are they puppeting me and this other guy with physical strings or mental ones?
They are magical bindings.
Perfect. Okay, so these magical bindings, they can physically lift my arm.
Correct.
So if I wanted to drop and fall, I physically could. Like they're able to hold me.
That's right. Like if they say anyone soaring through the air, if you went limp, they would still pick you up.
Perfect, because that's exactly what I was asking. So I'm going to say, because apparently I have to let things happen. I'm just gonna be but for me, the light has already gone dim. Dramatic lighting. As I'm gonna have my wrist, have the little artificer light go up so that the light shines up on my face instead of down so much.
Someone in the background is like, "Footlight fiends, go, 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 go! Dry ice on ready!" And a whole bunch of little devils come out with their like little lamps on the blue light.
And I hold my hand out like this is the artificer's light that I placed on my hand.
No. Oh, third one. Third one.
Oh, pretend
No. Third one.
Nope.
There.
got this.
Something like that.
So I'm gonna have the light come up from underneath my face to make it look a little bit like spooky and stuff. I say, "For I am simply a visiting spirit. You have already killed me with my severe disappointment in you, but I've been reincarnated as a dragon. If you want to face me, then you can, and I will have myself float up. As I return to the heavens where I came from." I'm gonna see if they'll actually put me up on the rafters with them as he tries to fight this reincarnated dragon of mine.
They're gonna bring you all the way up.
I
to
don't
the
know what they're
rafters
gonna do, but I'm gonna find out.
As
Bring
the
it
footlight
backstage.
fiends shine their little like lamp directors at you, you go, oh, oh, start floating, and they bring you towards the dragon, and the dragon's like, it's like leering to bite you, but they place you on its face, and it's just like cross-eyed looking at you. All right, so you are on the dragon's face now.
so much
Mission
more.
accomplished.
I wanted to be brought up into the heavens.
They're not gonna take you out of the arena.
I don't know how this
Item
thing
backstage
works.
with it.
Maybe.
I'm a dragon now.
Okay, so I'm on the dragon's face.
Yes, you're on the dragon's face.
Okay, in that case, thunder wave.
Con save 13.
People love the thunder.
Oh,
Oh, cocked. Nat 20. Damn. As you.
How about the dragon's chains?
Oh no! I believe this lighting is appropriate. Thanks for you go.
No.
Alas, I am already shed of this mortal coil. I am dead, and have been reincarnated as a dragon. They put you against its face, and with a thunderous bang, it goes boom! The dragon's wings boom, open up, and it just eats you. It just puts you in its mouth.
That was close, right?
You are now inside of the dragon's mouth. It has bit
I've
you.
been reincarnated as a dragon.
That's a cool magic trick. Where'd he go?
Okay, it does you 17 piercing damage,
can you put your hand
and
on
you are
your-
now mashed up in its mouth, and the crowd goes, I thought he was like not in on this. Is he in on it? Did they plant someone? I don't know, that's pretty cool.
So,
As your like legs and arms are like a scarecrow outside of its mouth.
so at this point,
Oh.
because I had to, because I only had 15 HP left.
Oh.
So as I float up in this pinata outfit with bagpipes on my side and get pushed against his face, he reaches in and starts biting into my body, crunching through the pinata exoskeleton, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And it would be about that time.
Oh yeah. So you are brought up. No. It snaps. Your limbs, scarecrow, like just stuffing outside of its mouth, and the cultist goes, and just as the father told, he truly was reincarnated as the dragon, body in body. Boom! A huge explosion racks them from the rafters. Some of the rafters demons are like, whoa! They fall off, fall the 80 feet to the ground. That guy's like, whoa! Holds on to it. The dragon's head explodes utterly. Its skull torn asunder. Its neck, just this like floopy turkey neck, just spouting torrents of blood and pinata confetti everywhere.
It's still just like going round the thing.
Yeah, just blood
Or
So I'm gonna let this be on you, Cal, because it's totally up to you. Since I didn't use my bonus, can a piece of
Oh, yes.
fur tank there? Okay. As I give her the virtual wink.
So for the whole crowd, they go, is he in on it? That's kind of cheap. I mean, you don't bring out a dragon just to have it kill someone who's in. Boom! His head blows off. They're like, oh my god, that is so expensive! I'm like, yes! All this confetti goes off. A true
way to go,
showstopper.
Becky.
Oh my god.
The ogre at the bottom just goes, Dad.
With bardic inspiration.
And in all of this explosion of confetti, all of these bits of paper kind of flying down amidst the carcass of this pit dragon, a card manages to fly. A whole bunch of them are these little cards, but one of them kind of flits into your cage right in front of you as you are being bit on the neck by this squealing devil. It flies through, and in this slow motion bullet time, you see this hearts card.
It's all hand drawn.
A card with some rough drawing of a queen of hearts. And the back says, we can't always pick the cards we're dealt, but whoever picks you is a winner. I picked you. I'm the winner. I forgot what my point was. All of this, you're like, what? And it floats, and you can see another imp, the demon's jester. What? Huh? So, you don't get it. The demons are all confused, like, oh, I feel so loved. And that is the end of Becky with a true showstopper. All right, the dragon, its head is exploded, Becky has died, and the Jagged Poppet is left alone on stage as the foot-like fiends put their beams of candlelight on him and then wink out. And you go, I don't want to do this anymore. It's too bad. And he is carted off by the rest of the fiends.
That's why I got into acting.
Emotional healing.
All right, and we move from that edge of the arena over to Tink.
Woo.
can't move it.
Okay, so
Wow.
are they both prone?
You have bardic
Do I
inspiration.
get awesome? Do I get advantage on hitting them both with my spell?
The only one who is across the crusher with you is the Squealing Devil, who is attached to your throat, and it is a tiny-sized creature. So it is standing, whereas
Okay.
you are small, you have to crouch. You do not have advantage. In fact, you have disadvantage.
I'm going to.
But you've been using saves.
I'm going to do the Tides of Chaos.
All right,
to
Tides of Chaos for
give me
advantage.
advantage on the attack roll.
Okay, cancels out
And
your
then-
disadvantage.
If I can, I'm going to do the twin spell. Where I
Okay.
can do two, like I can target it on the Squealing Devil and the Demon's Jester.
Nice.
Jester. And then I am going to cast Chromatic Orb.
Very good. What is the element you're choosing?
Can I do two different ones? Or
Yes, you
is it
can.
just okay, then I'm gonna do Thunder on the one right next to me. So
Nice.
hopefully he starts bouncing around in the pipe and then just
Nice.
gets crushed. Hopefully. And then the other guy I wanna do Acid. I wanna just see
Awesome.
him melt on the other side.
Perfect. Now, you're doing the Tides of Chaos, then you're casting a first level spell. I'm going to have you instantly roll on the Wild Magic Surge table. So go ahead and roll that D100.
That is a 16.
16. Let me tell you
Ooh,
what
the
you
low
want.
numbers aren't good.
For the next minute, your allies within 30 feet of you gain 5 temp. Well, nothing's within.
No.
No.
What about me? I'm pretty far.
And you're an ally, so you get 5 temp HP.
Nice!
Nice. All right.
That reset back to 5 at the start of each of their own turns.
Ooh, so it keeps procking. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Oh, I
remember
love
that
that
because
one.
as you
For the
move
next
into the
minute.
center, it'll
Yeah.
come into play.
Nice.
Okay. 1 second, sorry.
Well, magic's great.
Yeah, what the heck? I thought it was supposed to be like a balancing.
It is. That means the next like 6 are
Oh,
gonna
there
be.
is there is lots of really bad
Nope,
ones.
they're all good.
Now, if you
Look at
are
this
going
one
to
that I
do a
picked.
Chromatic Thunder to push this guy into the smusher, I am going to have you do half damage, even if you succeed, in order to do that push effect.
Nice.
Awesome. So, and you're rolling a straight dice against both of these guys.
6 plus 5.
11?
Yeah.
No.
No. And then an 8 plus 5.
Yeah, the 13 will do.
Cool. So then I guess like which should I pick which one or should I just
Oh, you didn't.
No, should I just do demon's
Do you
gesture?
want to focus on the one that's on you?
Yeah, so
all right,
demon's
cool.
gesture.
I'll say that that's the one that you
gesture.
hit. Is the Squealing Devil, not the Demon's Jester.
Okay, I do hit both of them. It's just that they. Oh no, wait.
But you rolled 2 dice. I
Does
thought you were
it-
rolling to hit.
The attack hit, so creature takes.
What?
It doesn't take half damage, does it? 1 second.
No,
it doesn't. No. So yeah, only the Squealing Devil gets hit.
Okay, so the Squealing Devil is going to get hit by it. You're going to do half damage to him, but also push him.
Sweet. So, oh god. 8 plus 4. That's a 16. Yeah.
Okay, 16 cut in half.
16 cut in half. 8.
Okay, so he takes 8 damage. He gets pushed back into the squasher.
One more. Sorry, one more.
Oh my god.
6. So 8 plus 3. Then that's 11.
Cool.
All right.
11
This guy
plus
is
11.
latched onto your throat, and you just. Ah!
Yeah, it's just a
And the
loud
lightning
scream.
courses from you, like straight into his mouth. You can see the blood that he's like sucking into his belly, like light up with lightning, and he just glows from the inside as he starts twitching and spazzing and cooking out, and he just. He's just twitching, and you just. Eh. Just gets smushed as well, and that demon's gesture's like, this is less fun. Just seeing them squash there. All right. So
Is that guy just watching or is actually doing anything?
he has just been watching because
Yeah.
his ability has just kicked in.
You
He is
enjoying
now
this?
hellbent.
Oh,
Oh, God.
He was waiting for the other two to die.
Voyeur.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Now it all comes down to me, Jeff.
How does I can't ready
If it-
anything, can I?
What's that?
I can't ready anything because I've used my.
You used your action. You've still got some movement. Are you going to go through the next obstacle?
What's the next obstacle?
Next obstacle is a no.
Cutter.
The cutter comes after the lightning.
Okay.
The lightning rig.
Okay. So how was the lightning rig placed? Is it like?
So it has like this whir, and then it has these electrodes, and you have to pass through as it kind of
Okay.
zaps through the area.
Can I like listen to it and kind of prepare? Like I'm not gonna go. I'm just gonna do a skill to like perceive if I can.
You want to investigate
Okay.
or
I'm gonna do
see if you can get a
investigation.
timing?
Yeah,
To see if I
do
can
an
get the
investigation to
timing
see if you can narrow down the exact timing on it.
19 plus 6.
Did you do it at disadvantage because you're
no.
poisoned?
Fuck. 12. 5 plus 6. 11. No.
All right, with an 11, you are looking at it. You've got bite marks on you. You look at lightning. You're covered in lightning. It's between you and it. It's hard for you to tell what the hell the rhythm to this
Can
thing
I
is.
tell how
You
much
have no clue.
damage roughly it's going to do to me? Because I
it's
know
meant-
lightning damage
It's not
really
meant
well.
to kill you.
How many volts is this thing exactly?
Yeah.
What's the average? The resistance?
100. Don't be a silly dill. 120 volts can kill. This is 100. This is not going to kill you. This is just going to hurt.
Can I like? So I've got 15
You remember
HP.
that safety thing? A devil says it from the background. Don't be a silly dill.
Oh god. So if I go through with 15 HP, I will survive this.
Most likely. It's meant to make a fool of you. It's meant to hurt and burn.
Okay.
And make you spaz out.
I'm gonna try and just. I've still got expeditious
Channel it.
retreat as well.
Oh, yes.
Did you use a bonus?
Already.
No, I haven't used a bonus.
Expeditious retreat. Is that concentration?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll do a
No other-
concentration thing.
Yes, you have to do concentrations for all the times you've been bit. So do 2 of them.
16. Yeah, I'm good.
16 for the first. What about the second?
Oh,
12.
12.
Oh, okay. Then you're good. So you're still concentrating on it. You're still a zippy little halfling crawling through the gutters.
So
This is what your people were bred
yes,
for.
it is, and I will try and dash through and run through with all my movement.
Okay. You've got enough movement to clear this obstacle. Go ahead, straight roll.
9 plus, and then what is it?
Just straight.
It's Dex saving throw.
Dex saving throw. Oh god. Plus 1, 10. No.
No.
Don't you get another +2 because of that wild magic thing?
Oh yes. So 12. No.
It's
No.
13. That's why you guys both failed on 12s before. Okay, so you are going to get hit with some lightning. only 2 lightning damage.
Oh, that's okay.
But
Fine.
Just your
I'm
temporary
going to have you
hit
do
points.
a
Back.
Constitution saving throw for your concentration, and another Constitution saving throw to see if you're spasming and twitching as you move through the rest of these timing-based obstacles.
19, keep expeditious retreat, and
Nice.
then passing is a 15 plus.
You're
whatever.
good. You get shocked
I'm
and you're
good
like,
at this.
my granny hits harder than this.
Yeah. Yeah, she does actually.
It's what keeps me
Alright.
going.
And then,
Then-
is it at the end of my action that I get the temporary HP, or is it at the beginning?
At the beginning of your turn, it just
Okay.
resets back to the 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Nice.
Demon's Jester, he's hell-bent, he's got a fly speed, and it's at this point you realize he's been holding back as he goes and rubs his belly as his little wings,
Try and get through that.
and he just flies above the obstacle
Oh.
course,
No!
flies up and over to you, and he just
Figure
goes, well, hello,
No!
tucks
That's
into a
cheating.
cannonball, and drops through the top of the piping
Go back
onto
and
you.
do it again.
He's like Kirby.
Go back and do it again.
15, 20, 25, 30. He lands, boom, right in front of you. His little puckered butt and his spiky tail just boom, land right on the back of your skull. He's gonna roll. He has advantage because you're prone and crawling through. He gets the 18 plus. That's gonna be a hit. So,
You cheated. Gonna destroy
six.
you.
That's 6 plus 3, so that's 9 bludgeoning damage. As he just boom, just turns into a cannonball and slams onto your face as your nose and teeth smack off of the ground. And then he goes, "You're in here with me now." All right, and and the devils are just pouring through, and some of them just like smosh, smosh. But there's so many of them that they keep coming through the maze. And we go from your wedge to yours, and the various
Reaction, Halo Spores.
Hey, oh yeah, there's Halo Spores. Reaction. That's a natural 1.
Alright. Finally. And that is 3 necrotic damage. Is he dead? Is he,
No,
is he bloodied?
just away from bloodied. So now you still have your turn, actually.
Well, I beat his turn first.
Oh yes, yeah, because he's the big guy.
Right.
So he is going to lift up and slam his body down. He's going to
can't
try to
see me.
hit you. Oh, he's still blind. That's right. Got an 18, rolled an 18, and then a 2. So he misses with his first slam down, and he's very quiet, just getting so frustrated. And you see a light bulb kind of. It grabs on with all of these different arms onto all of the meats that are hanging there, and just spins them as they start flying by with the speed, start whipping off the side. This is going to be a I'm gonna say
roll at
Constitution saving throw as you are getting getting pummeled by like this assembly line of meats as it just kind of throws the whole maze into chaos to try to hit you. So it gets around its blindness that way.
Well, bully for him. Constitution, that would be a 12.
All right, so as he kind of grabs on and throws these bits of meat out, they start swinging outwards. Whack! You stand up for the first one. Whack! Oh! Whack! 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 They just keep hitting you until you are battered prone to the ground.
Oh!
You're going to take... oh yeah, I lost my other d4. But that's 2. That's 4. And that's 2. So that's 8 bludgeoning damage as whack, whack, whack. You get hit 3 times before you finally get knocked to the ground. And as this is happening, I'm going to roll to see if the Ick-Spitters show up. But because he's actually spinning through the whole line of them, the odds have increased. So instead of just on a 3-4, it's going to be on a 2-3-4 that they show up, and I'm going to roll for each of them. A 1 and a 4. Okay.
Oh!
So the other one has shown up. It speeds past you. I don't know if it entering your general area
I
triggers
already
anything.
used my reaction.
All right, in that case, it's going to spin at you as it's like being taken for a ride. It shoots. It was almost a nat 20, goes to an 8. 8 plus
No.
4, no. Okay,
For what? What is this?
to hit.
Okay, no.
Yeah, so it spits at the ground, misses, and the other one didn't even show up yet because there's so much meat to go through, and that is their go. Now it's to you. I'm going to roll to see if it's no longer blinded. It was almost nat 1, but it's a 13 plus. It is no longer blind.
What's the plus?
For Constitution?
Yeah, DC 15.
Yeah, so it would be like plus 4 or 5.
All right, my go.
Yep,
I'm just gonna give her the old double bonk.
Cool.
No,
Stand up, half
he's
movement.
not blind anymore, eh? Like, just
No, he's
blind
not.
him again. That's fun. I could speak with animals.
Yeah. Is it an animal?
What? Oh, this spawn of... No, this is like a demon.
Hey, buddy.
Fiend.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to blind him again on my turn.
Okay. Hit him with the blind. So does he have to do a saving throw?
Con save.
Okay. 17 plus.
Oh man, what a waste. Okay, he's not
You
blind.
try to blind it, and it just, with all of its hands, covers its many faces. Just looks back at you. Any movement?
Nope. I'm gonna stay right there.
You can remain within its contact and move into the center if you want.
I do not.
Okay, awesome. So that is your go. That's the bottom of the round. The crowd is approaching this fever pitch, and I'm going to roll to see who gets to decide who gets the final screw over. So, Saren, as
Okay.
Tink, you are made aware of the fact that you get to decide which of these two loses all of the remaining spell slots.
Can you
Oh, I've
choose
only got
yourself?
one. No, I'm not choosing myself. I
can.
literally I have got nothing without my spell set.
Oh, so you're just gonna...
I have to. I've got nothing without my
Which one
spells.
is it? Tink, which of your friends do you want to condemn?
I'll do Andy just because I know he doesn't need his spells.
All right.
They don't work anyway.
He doesn't.
Jack.
Like,
Hilarious.
I'll
he
burn all
only
my
needs them to
spell
heal
slots.
me. As far as I'm concerned, he only needs them to heal me.
All my
And
mana is drained from me.
Yeah. You go to blind this creature, and as you do it, just... and you just feel hollowed out. You actually do have a locket that you can break. A Golgari
Oh, yeah.
locket if you want to crack it for a spell slot, but
Yeah.
that's if you need to. All right, that is
see
the
spell slot.
captive audience who's just like, there! Stop his cheating! Shut him down! Just kill him already! And as you guys are kind of looking at the stadium that is in this, some of them have turned into avid supporters. Some of them are really rooting for you guys. Some of them have just entrenched and are like, oh god, they're supposed to just die!
I murdered myself for sport. They should enjoy us a
The
little.
people in your wedge are actually like, man, that was the best storyline. They never have a good storyline. So, yeah, in the stadium, in the crowd, you can actually see that your father is still here and watching, and he's talking to a bunch of other seemingly high-end people in his own kind of reserved booth as he looks on, sitting on a chair, talking to them, and they're trying to like get his ear on details. Money and favors are being passed back and forth, and he only has eyes for you, and as he looks at you standing there, he just and he smiles and watches you go. And we enter your wedge of the arena. I'm pretty sure you managed to catch on to that top barbed wire, so it's penetrated your hand yet again. Blood is dripping down your arm, all into your armpit and down your pretty dress, as you are facing this grim roustabout on the wire pretty much below you. His head is level with your stomach. What do you want to do?
I'm going to swing my chain up at his ankle, grab a hold of it.
All right. So while hanging there, you do the same trick to him, whip it around at his ankle. So you're going to do your sleight of hand for the grapple on him.
Acrobatics.
It's going to try to do
Let's see. 20.
Natural 1. Oh. He cuts you, brings you down. You use the momentum to come out of with a vengeance. It wraps all the way up. It's like he is firmly caught. You can move him however you want without him being able to resist.
I'm gonna jump and swing.
Awesome. Okay, so you get pulled off, grab on, wrap around his ankle, swing forward, and leap into the air, and he just gets pulled upside down as you let the chain catch in between you, swing backwards, use the momentum, flip, and land back up on your wire while he just gets whiplash like a catapult. He starts screaming across. I'm gonna need you to do an acrobatics if you're going to leap into the air and pull this kind of dynamic maneuver, and he is going to do it at disadvantage because you're yeeting him.
16?
16.
He's at disadvantage.
Yes, he's at disadvantage as you jump, him trailing, let the wire catch you, whips you up, and he goes, gets flung over. 2 4s. He like smashes into these wires. One cuts off an arm, and the arm follows after him in midair and starts to reattack. This guy is supposed to be damn near impossible to kill traditionally. I was like, you're gonna have to throw him into the lava. You did it. As he's getting sliced apart, putting himself back together midair, smashes into the far wall, collapses in a pit of bones, and only puts himself right back together, his jaw to his head as he just and burns in the lava. You are the only person there, the performer standing alone, ascendant at the top of the ring. And your father from the ring goes, whoa, yeah, that's my girl. And they're just, yeah, are we killing her? What? He's like, oh yeah, she's pretty good, huh?
I'm gonna blow Daddy a kiss.
What is this mechanic?
And he's laughing and eating it up. He's like, oh, I love that girl. And he's just gonna kill you. Great. So that's the Grimm Roustabout done, and you've got some
don't understand your
left.
family.
I'm just going to play a happy little tune on my violin and dance my way across the chains to try to get to the center.
All right. I was making you do acrobatics while you were moving at a certain pace, surrounded by enemy combatants. At this time, you are just and you just going across the line. Yeah, just moving, dancing, swaying, doing different kind of styles, and you go 5,
Both
10,
me and the
15,
monster are
20,
just looking together. Oh.
You move 30 until you are close to the center of the ring. Well done, Zoralia. Anything else? You still got a bonus, actually.
Can I see Andy?
Yes, you can. And he is within 35 feet.
Yeah.
Oh. Man, do you need healing?
Nope.
You okay?
He is so good. I can see his numbers. He's doing just fine.
Hold on, how far can Bardic Inspiration go?
Probably
I
30.
think it's probably 30.
I would say that
60, it's 60.
It's 60.
Ah, there you go. You can bardically
I will
inspire.
give him the wink. No.
You're looking up. Don't look up the dress. And it blows a little bit. And you're like, whoa.
I'm so inspired.
You're looking up, the flap of fabric goes down, and you see her looking at you, knowing where you're looking, and she gives you the wink anyway. You're like,
You're dead now, beastie.
yeah. All right. From Zoralia, we go to the thespian stage, which is you have people moving through with like brooms cleaning up the popcorn and debris and all that
So
stuff.
much crap everywhere.
Yeah. Turn in your glasses, your viewing glasses here at the end of the aisle. Then we go to the Steam Gauntlet, the Steamwork Gauntlet with Tink. What are you up to?
The next little obstacle thing. Is that the last one?
No, the next obstacle are the choppers, which between you and the choppers is the Demon's Jester.
But is the chopper's the last one to the middle?
There is a flamethrower at some point. It does branch, so you can go
Okay.
chopper or flamethrower.
Oh, okay.
Chopped or burnt?
I'm gonna. Does this guy look like if I did some cold damage right on his belly, they would like. They would. Oh yeah.
He would be perturbed.
Can I?
It would be perturbing.
Can I do a persuasion of some type, like to let me touch his belly close range?
Just do an attack.
Yeah, if you want to use your bonus to persuade him to touch his belly.
Well, I'm just thinking, does it give me like advantage on the attack? Maybe.
That's up to you to find out.
Then I'm going
Disadvantage if you do real bad, or you can just attack.
You are crawling right now.
got-
Right now, you're at disadvantage for attacking this guy.
Yeah. So I was
Did I
just
not give
thinking,
you-
like, I've got really good persuasion as well. So I was just thinking if I can like act all sexy and be like, I'm really into
Well, then
this.
try it. It'll take your bonus.
This is.
Do it.
I
Roll.
haven't got anything else for a bonus, so yeah.
All right. Persuasion.
12 plus 5.
Nice. What do you say to the demon's jester?
Oh, this is so wonderful. I've never had such a romantic, passionate, creepy demon like yourself. And then can I touch your belly?
He like moves back to him and he's like, this has been a dream of mine. Touch away.
You've never been.
And he kind of undoes his buckle, but only to expose the fact that his like paunch has been tucked and cinched tight.
There's even more paunch.
There is more paunch, and it has like the ridges of a tight belt.
There's like dry notes and gag everywhere. Chromatic orb.
Right on his paunch.
Oh yeah.
All right, you have canceled out your disadvantage, and I would say that you are in direct contact, and you are touching his erogenous zone, his paunch.
1 of 7.
I got a 9.
No!
At advantage?
No, I got a straight roll.
Oh.
It wasn't an
What was the point
advantage.
of touching his...
To
So I
cancel
didn't
out
get
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Do you have bardic inspiration still?
Oh yes. So does that get me to roll again?
And it gives you a D8.
Yeah, it adds
You
to
would
it.
add to the. I don't know if it's enough to
perfect.
do it or not.
Who
It
gave her?
depends on what level.
bardic-
Well, it's the same level
The
as
Queen of
it.
Hearts.
Oh yeah, the Queen of Hearts. That's right. All right, bardic inspiration,
Plus 5.
and that was a 9 or an 8 plus 5.
Wait.
That's a
9.
9 plus 5.
yeah, I think so. I don't know. I can't remember.
It was a 9.
Even the 8 does it. The
Yeah.
13. Okay, cool. You managed to like pulse some ice, and then he goes, ugh, as he starts to read from that card, and you're like, that's for me! So, a little bit harder. He's like, ah! As you push the ice into his belly.
7 plus 5 plus that's 15.
15? Demon Jester? Okay, that is...
Yeah, and he's already had damage, hasn't he?
Yeah. He's done a little bit of healing.
Yeah.
He is extremely bloodied as you freeze all of his intestinal and stomach contents solid.
Good.
And you're just like, no, guys. All right, you got him real good.
That?
No. And he just unhinges his jaw and bites the top of your head because it's his turn. He has advantage.
Still got your movement.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It will get me. It'll have a go anyway, won't it? Because it's like I'm gonna move up.
If you try to sneak past it, you would get opportunity attack.
Yeah.
Then you'd have to roll to get through the chopper.
Yeah, and I can't.
All right. Well, he attacks, and he got a 6 plus and a 5 plus, and your AC
No.
is not 11.
No.
All right. In that case, he actually manages to miss. So he goes, and he goes to bite on, but he just cramp. that hurts. That smarts. All right.
And
Awesome.
Can he make any more attacks against me?
Nope.
Since he's already. So if I move away, he hasn't got opportunity now.
Yeah, he would.
The opportunity attacks come when you move away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Can I just stand up and kick him in the stomach as my movement?
Sure.
Attack is
So,
my movement.
well, actually, you're like having to crawl through this maze.
I can't even move, can I? Yeah.
I will have you do an uncoordinated shove action where there are degrees of success to
Nice.
it. So normally when you shove, it's your action, and you just push someone. If you succeed, there is a chance if you roll badly enough
Is-
that you go to push and he goes,
Is it-
whoa, you go
Is
right
it
into the
based
chopper.
on strength?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
I do minus on. I would literally be like hugging him. That would be the best that I could do.
Awesome.
So I can't even do that.
All right, we go from Tink, and the bedevilment is seething down the hallway towards you. You need to move on your next turn because you've moved every turn other than this one.
Yeah.
So now you must move on your next turn, and you have to at least get through the chopper.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, you just straight at that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll do it.
And we go to your arena. So con save for the monster against the spores.
Yeah.
10 plus 5, so that's a 15.
That saves.
Okay. So that's save. So
Just saves.
yeah, you stood up, so you're not knocked down again.
Right.
It is no longer blind. It is going to take a swing at you.
That's up.
19 plus 5.
That hits.
Okay. So. Oh, gets to reroll 1s and 2s. Okay. That's 10 bludgeoning damage.
10 bludgeoning. Okay.
Yes. And then what it's going to do, that Ix-Spitter is right there, so it's not going to move any of the stuff. What it's actually going to do is try to pick you up and throw you into the Ix-Spitter so that it explodes its acid all over you.
Okay, grab me.
So athletics or acrobatics?
Now, doesn't my armor give me advantage on this, or is that just for me grappling?
That's no, for avoiding as well.
All right.
Because you can lock your limbs rigid so that it can't manipulate you.
No. Alright. Athletics. Yeah. Okay, 14.
All right. It got a natural 1. So
nice.
it reaches in, grabs onto you, thinks it's going to twist around, and you just lock up.
I'm heavier than I look.
As some of its arms go to throw, and as you lock with your hold on some of its arms, it, with all of its might, goes, moves you about 5 feet, and you have
judo spit 'em.
Yeah, you have like 3 of its arms locked in your armor, and you just rip them straight out of the socket. You get to make an attack against this guy. As you rip its limbs off using its own force, and you just get tossed straight in front of it.
Natural 20!
Natural 20! All right.
Nice.
So I'm gonna, yeah, that's just your attack, and do it at critical.
Yeah. With all that necro damage from my halo spores, it's surprisingly still up. 6, 7, 8, 13. No, that's 15. 23 damage.
Ooh.
Like jab my staff just deep into its side.
Wow.
And all that necrotic poison on him, just
Okay.
blackening everything around the staff.
Yeah, so rip that off and just into the wound. You're just pumping whatever energy you have left, and you're Golgari. You don't need your own energy supply. You just, like this psychic vampire, you start to siphon its life out of it. Every living thing is an energy source to you. And then it's your turn.
Oh, that is my turn, huh? You messed up today, my friend. All right, I will try to give it the old double bonk this time. Not at advantage.
No.
You know what? With everyone coming to the center, I'm going to. Could I try to ride this thing? Could I get on its
Yeah.
back and use whatever I can grab to?
Put your staff like around its throat and kind of try to direct it?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. What do you want me to roll for that?
All right, first, you gotta
Performance.
climb onto this thing. That'll be either athletics or acrobatics
Okay.
to get on.
Okay.
By the way, an Ix-Spitter does get to go. I forgot you rolled a natural 1 for your initiative, so that Ix-Spitter nearby is going to shoot at you.
Okay.
Another natural 1. I shit you not.
Nice. How are these?
Did it explode
by spitting
itself?
each other?
Yeah, it goes burp, and its stomach just falls apart. It burns its whole lower body, just slows off and falls to the floor. And just,
Gross.
All right, I'm doing stuff. 14. Athletics.
14? Yeah, you ripped its limbs off, stabbed in, thrown it off. It's been blinded. It's scared. You jump through the gap, kind of climb up. All of these spikes and stuff, you end up using them as handholds. You climb onto this thing's shoulders.
Easy,
clamp
Annabelle. Easy.
Your thighs around some of its other vestigial heads and get that animal handling.
Animal handling check.
This is you animal handling versus it trying to
advantage
resist.
because my armor is solid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that is
13.
a 16.
This thing is trying to resist, and you pull so hard. And as you do, little tendrils of the roots of all that fungus starts to like harden, and some of them even go and start to crack and pop. But it is going and scrabbling. It's trying to pull. You pull so hard that you feel some of its vertebrae like start to pop, and it freezes.
Too hard.
You are about to rip its head off of its neck, and it just freezes in animal horror. It gives up. It is surrendered.
Nice. As moss and fungus creeps down my arms and into its head and into its brain.
Whoa!
And I start directing it towards the center.
It starts to roll into the center. Nice. Okay.
Alright.
Oh, you're under it now.
Oh, I'm under it.
Bleep.
You have to put me on the front.
I don't
Move layer up. I don't think you can control it.
advance to front. There we go.
To front.
Awesome. You are now
Where is
riding a spawn of Rix Maadi.
I'm just screaming and looking at you. Hello, I've got a freaking demon!
Oh, a little demon. That's so bad.
Slices in front of. Let me get through these.
Come on, get over here.
Stop the slicer things then.
All right.
That's the end of my turn.
As you pull into the middle of the arena, you get in there, and as soon as that thing touches the hard sand, the announcer goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, we had one final surprise in store, and it comes for free. This donor, Lady Marine, the blood witch who ran afoul of Rakdos himself earlier this year, she may have disappeared down the Jester's Crypt, but some of her horrors remain fun toys for the rest of us. And the metal cage just falls in on itself as a crypt-born horror just kind of this crustacean-like thing just snaps itself together. It has this undefinedness to it. Every time you try to see it, the number of limbs changes, its orientation changes, goes from crab-like to tentacle-like from 1 second to the next, and that is this lovely beastie, boom, right here.
Oh, cute.
It's so
Crypt-born
small.
horror. Now, we had a fair few things die, and this thing comes in stronger for the amount of death that has occurred before it is unleashed.
Nice.
This thing is coming in absolutely gore-drenched, fusing offal and guts into itself as it rises out of this midden pit in the center of this charnel house. All right, its go is going to come up. It interrupts the initiative order, and with its arms, you're the only one in the center of the ring. I thought all of you guys were going to get there sooner.
Has it come within 10 feet of me? Can
It
I use
has.
my reaction to
Yeah.
Polar Master?
Yeah!
Oh,
That was better.
That was a 16 though. 16?
Yeah, a 16 will hit.
Yeah, alright.
Good.
This thing just has a crap ton of health.
Not anymore, as that is 10 damage.
Nice.
And necrotic some of that, if you care.
Okay. No, not for this guy. All right. It kind of stomps out of this, and it just points everything towards, and it doesn't even have to swing and wind up. Things seem to pull in and out as if it's not a fully physical thing, and it's just blood gushing and spraying everywhere. It is going to attack you and Avarius, but I'm going to consider you as having half cover behind your creature.
All right.
And that creature is almost dead, so it's actually going to attack the creature with its first round of attacks.
Makes sense.
You could really use an exploding pinata
Okay,
about now.
18
Well, you killed the
plus.
dragon. That was pretty good.
So,
True enough.
yeah,
follow you,
the spawn of Rix Maadi only had 7 health left, and this thing does 7 as a minimum, at least 7 as a minimum. So it just and starts punching in. And again, like a sausage, if you just stabbed it with a fork enough times and all of the fat starts bubbling and the grease starts spitting out, it just starts springing all of these leaks and just stuff starts falling out of it. And you're just, oh no, as you're riding this deflating balloon like a
was king
bouncy
for a
house that's
moment.
lost its air and you just,
Just waving away, still has a coat down.
and it is going to,
Play some Titanic music as I'm going.
it's swinging at you now. What is with these bad rolls? 2 plus 7, no, it's that's a miss.
I won't do it.
All right, so that is the Cryptborn Horror's turn, and that was the bottom of the round. Zeralia, you're up.
Oh lord.
Oh lord.
I want to get close to that thing. No thanks.
First Annabelle, now you.
Every pet you adopt.
Just don't name it Annabelle.
Just adopt the thing in front of you. Kill it.
Yeah. You're next, buddy.
A couple gnomes pop out of it. Sorry, it's just us.
Start playing some horrible, screechy, noisy, terrible music on my violin there, and cast Shatter at 3rd level.
Nice. All right.
Okay.
Shatter 3rd level.
Hopefully blow it up. It's a con save of 15.
Okay. Con save of 15. Does it have a special rule against constructs?
Yeah.
Constructs?
Yeah.
A creature made of inorganic material
No,
has
it's made
a
of organic material.
disadvantage on its saving throw.
All right. Well, this is. I'm kidding. It's a 2.
Nice.
So 2+. Shoot.
Does he save?
No, he does not. Dang it.
That's good.
Keep those dice.
What the hell?
Let me see. 48.
Oh, man. Well, how tall is this thing?
This thing is about 12 feet tall.
Oh.
Though that changes wildly from second to second.
Right, as it's fluctuating, the amount of limbs it has and everything. Ooh.
What'd you do?
That is 15 damage.
15. All right.
kind of
Already
damage?
up to
Force damage?
25.
It is thunder.
Okay. This massive noise erupts as the creature comes out from the clanging and the crowd goes, yeah! All of a sudden, it blows a huge chunk of blood and stuff flies off, and it's such a discordant noise that you stop the crowd from cheering at its arrival from it, and there's just this dead silence as this thing kind of pops back into place, and they, ooh. Oh, it actually does smell real bad. People are like, kill it. People start cheering for you guys.
Yeah.
See, another thing, other stuff around it gets busted up, like a grate that it's standing on.
Oh, yes. Other things too. So,
As long as they're not worn or
non-magical
carried.
object that is...
It's not magical.
Oh, wait. Where is it? It's... That isn't being worn. Yes, okay. A non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried also takes the damage if it's in the spell's area.
It's 15
So-
damage,
Yeah.
Does he fly away too?
and it does it automatically.
Does he also get thrown back?
No, not in this one.
All right, I'm gonna roll a d20 to see how much health that gate has. That rusty iron gladiator gate.
I'm glad you thought of that.
9. It had 9 HP. It's standing there. Limbs fly off. The audience. Whoa! Just back into the pit.
Bye.
You hear this big like splashing, and you hear people down there going, "We're not ready! We're not ready!" Yelling, "Flee! Oh my god!" And the announcer is just, all right, folks, we're in intermission as we prepare the platform that lifts up the Cryptborn horror out of the blood pit. Enjoy the show! So, it's just like screaming and thrashing around down there. It has to be like lifted up in like this giant cauldron, and it's killing like the support crew down in the basement. You have just unleashed horror on the support staff of this carnarium.
Sweet.
But for all intents and purposes, with the exception of you and the guy with the frozen tum-tum, this fight has ended. Though you still have the rest of your turn, you still have a bonus, you still have movement if you want to go and help Tink.
Yeah, I'll go help her.
All right. So first you're gonna, nope, you don't have to do the acrobatics anymore because you're safe and sound. So you can go 5, 10, 15, 20,
That's
25,
good.
30. You can go right to the edge
Thank you.
right here and see that jester.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. You've got a bonus. What you do?
What will I do?
Just pacing behind him.
Man, good call on the
there-
grading that it's standing.
Yeah, actually
fine.
look for those things that are swinging can actually look for a lever or something that would stop them.
There isn't a lever that is built in to shut them off, not on purpose anyway, but how about this?
assist
I'm going to
with
give you
timing?
the same option that I was giving her. You, because you're not taking your full action and you're rushing it, you can actually throw your barbed whip through the cutter to try to wrap around the jester. Now, if you roll well enough, you could pull him into the cutter. But if you roll badly, he could essentially throw you off balance as you're running and whip it out there, and you could get pulled into the cutter. You want to try that?
Yeah.
Or it snags on the cutter, you get pulled in.
Can I communicate with Zeralia in any way? Or no?
Shit. What am I rolling?
It would be sleight of hand.
Let's try it.
All right, here we go.
Pull him in the cutter. Shred him up.
Oh! Yes! Okay, that's 15 plus 8.
And he
Math
gets
is
it.
hard.
Oh yeah.
7+. You run up after. Blows up. The grate shatters. It falls down, splashes. You hear the people going, "Oh shit!" The announcer's like, "This was not planned." Begin to evacuate the lower levels, and you just run across the barbed wire, spin off of it, land on the packed dirt, run across, slide, throw it through the cutters, wrap around, and pull him through. All right, he could not resist. You can reef him in, and I'll let you roll the damage on this guy. He has 14 HP remaining, and I imagine you aren't pulling him through quickly, but every time it's like, ow! Oh, the six!
Oh god.
Just hacking them apart piece by piece. Roll 2d20.
2d20.
It could be good, could be bad.
One more.
One of them.
Hitting double crit.
And an 18.
38 damage.
Whip through, slide, whip it out, grab around that creature, pull it through, and he gets stuck with your chain, like shredding his belly open, his wings, his arm. He falls, and he just gets chopped into like this ground beef like texture as you whip, and your chain whip just sparkles this red decorative circle of blood droplets around you as you wrap it up, and it wraps around you clean as when you jumped into the center.
Oh, that's horrible. Is this why you come here?
And when you say that in the silence of the people, they go, yeah.
Oh, what's wrong with you?
Wow! You guys have won. The people are going nuts. People are just, yeah! You did it! Everybody! Surprises aside, let's have the anthem of Rakdos! Whoa! And they cheer for you guys. As much as they hated you when you came in, they cheer for you like champions of their own kind. Well done.
Final 3.
They are fickle people, but that's the Rakdos, and that's certainly RAVNICA for you.
Becky.
Thank you
Becky.
so much, Becky. Oh,
remember
Becky
you-
went down like a boss. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. Don't forget to like
What
if
up?
you like the video and subscribe if you like all of the other videos that we have.
Did we level up?
to. Yeah, hell yeah, you guys level up. And you are sure as shit going to be suffused with a new magical power from the crowd, loving what you guys gave it. The only one who died was Becky, and Becky actually died the right way. They love you guys even more.
Nice.
A little bit of blood is
Thank
needed.
you for your sacrifice.
Join the mitts. Mitts are good. Join the mitts.
so much,
Everybody,
everyone.
don't forget to like the mitts.
Tune in next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.